What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the show. We're on the Las Vegas Strip tonight, positioning our camera. We're at the Bellagio again. I like the Bellagio. One thing I don't like about the Bellagio is the nickeling and the diming has got to stop. It's Sunday, and as far as I understand, there's no big marquee events that are going on. But I'll tell you, they're charging you like it is, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can fight the powers that be, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I was driving past here. I'll never tell you where I park, but I was driving past and I drove through and I did a bit of a surveillance on this place, and I was surprised. I was shocked to see they did the same thing yesterday too. They're charging people today for parking when there is no parking that they should be charging for. They're claiming special events, of course. And the reality of the situation is that there's not a lot of traffic out there. The upstairs is completely blocked off. They were doing the same thing at the Park MGM yesterday, mandatory parking. This makes sense because this was where the UFC fight was. But there's no thing going on right now that would mandate paid parking. However, I have my ticket. I paid for a different property right near here. All of the MGM properties near here and all the Caesars properties are all doing the same nonsense. They're all charging you, and you can't get out of it no matter what you try. And it's very, very strange. What do you guys think about the paid parking scenario in Vegas? Let me know. Do they have anything like that where you live? People think they get out of it, but then you go to Los Angeles and they don't have parking fee. They don't have the resort fees, for example. But in LA, you're going to end up paying $50 to $75 to park your car in Los Angeles. So no resort fees, but you have paid parking for your car out in LA. Or you can park your car on the street in LA and wake up and have your window smashed out. I look multi-dimensional with that camera. What? Oh, when I hold the camera up? Sure, why not? Multi-dimensional, intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic. But that's what we're doing here, and I don't understand any of it. And to me, it's just nickel and diming. But I don't know. You guys love this place. Surprised me to see the homeless bums on the trip. Of course, they're everywhere. We got our water, Maison Perrier. I don't know why they like. Wasn't it a different name? It's created by Maison Perrier. What was it called before this? I don't even remember the name of it. And I paid $6 for a bubbly water. But I found out that if you ask for ice, they will gladly give you ice. Have an airport nearby that charges. I was parking lot attendant in the past. Well, that makes sense if you're going to the airport. We have a short-term parking at the airport out here that you don't have to pay for. But it's dangerous to go on the strip today. I don't know if you guys know that. Yesterday I was streaming and I felt suddenly ill. I was out in the heat just way too long, I guess, and my body just like crapped out on me. It was no fun. It was very bad, and I hated it, and it sucked. And so I ended up getting off, and I was upset stomach. It was not good. I was okay within 20, 30 minutes, but it's hot right now. It's oppressively hot, and people always say it's a dry heat, but I don't think that you understand what that dry heat does to you. It wasn't my gimbal failed yesterday. It wasn't that my gimbal didn't have battery. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's the 4 beef burgers that I've been eating on stream on and off for the past 2 years. Yeah, the four beef patties, 800 calories, 800 calories. That's what tipped me over and did it. Now it's probably just an electrolyte issue. People come out here. I did this whole thing on Patreon. Nobody watches the Patreon. I'm going to be taking the videos off of Patreon soon because nobody's watching them. I'm going to reposition them with another product that I'm doing for you guys, like a membership thing. But I did this like 26-minute video on like things and living in the desert and how it's different. And it's the same thing when you go to Tahoe and people go skiing up at Lake Tahoe and they're now at 8,000, 9,000 feet. Then they go and they do the après ski and they're drinking and then they wonder why they get like dehydrated and they get the bends and they don't feel good and their hangovers change and stuff. You're out here in the desert, man. It's not your local home. You got to be careful. And it is my local home, but I was just like overdone yesterday. Heat is no joke this year. Please be safe. We had issues working on landscaping. And when the locals are telling you that, maybe it wasn't the 4 beef patties. I will never move to Calgary. Are you kidding me? I saw this video from the Calgary Stampede this year, the Coca-Cola stage. Coca-Cola stage at the Calgary Stampede. What am I even talking about? The Calgary Stampede is this large-scale event. On some years, close to 2 million people will show up. Okay, I'll stop my subscription on Patreon. Yeah, you should, man. I haven't posted. I post videos. Nobody says anything. 60 people watched. Just to give you guys an idea, we'll get back to the Coca-Cola stage video I saw. I posted 6.5 hours of content over the course of 45 days, 60 days roughly. Nobody watched. No. 60 views. 60. The content was good. It was deep dives on things about living in the desert, about Vegas, about the economy, all done in 4K. I was testing various cameras, and I like to edit the videos. Nobody watched. I'm not talking to the void for nothing. I'm gonna give a really, really, really good product to you guys soon enough that you guys can do, that's on a platform where I can say anything I want, where it's not tied to YouTube, and where YouTube's not gonna just rip 30 to 40% of my revenue away as a fee for hosting. So I'll have that coming soon for you guys. I just filmed another 2 videos. One of them yesterday was on flock cameras and the weird surveillance state that we've created. And the other one today was on the marshmallow test and how social media and feeds and everything and the idea of missing out is just rotting our society, and people are living on massive amounts of credit card debt in a lot of cases. And so those are like 2 pieces. The one yesterday was 23 minutes long. The one today, 22 minutes long. If I take that, do 1 or 2 of those every single week, then I put that somewhere and I combine it with analysis and economic ideas I have. Let me ask you guys a question. Would you guys go in for that? It's a monthly thing. It's just a platform where I can say anything. YouTube can't censor me. I can create endless content for you guys. That's long form talks and content where I experiment on things. Some of it might end up on the main channel, but you'll always get a much, much, much longer version of it. And we do a live stream every single month with you guys for just members. So you guys can come in. We can talk about whatever topics you want. Would you be in for that? Would you be in for that? $199. Oh, thank you, Eric. I appreciate you. Pair character turning around, waving his hand, saying, "Hey, you," while lowering his glasses. The super chats appear weird, and thank you for the super chat. It didn't give me a notification on the screen over here. It's supposed to do that. You like YouTube? Well, then it's not for you. Yeah, I'm making it so there's an effort, because if I put it behind YouTube channel memberships, nobody's going to watch it either. And then that presents a very interesting dimension of messiness. It makes it bad because when you put members only content on YouTube and somebody's investigating your channel, they're going to see members only, members only, members only. They're not going to subscribe to you. They're going to think that all you do is members content. So it sucks. Sure, how? Just do it. Nobody. Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. I think it'll be successful, and for people who are already in 1K a day, you're going to get a really nice discount on it. It'll be month to month. You can turn it on and turn it off anytime you want easily. So that's what we're going to do, I think. What's up, Kevin? How you guys doing? Nice to see you guys. So we got our Maison Perrier. What was this called before? I can't remember. For some reason, it's escaping my mind. Now it's called the Perrier House. Thank you for always being genuine with your commentary. It's great to see you, always be you. I have to be me, man. And that's the thing. Like, I'm kind of done bowing down, to give you an idea of where I'm coming from. So here's where I'm coming from, okay? Get ready to unsubscribe me en masse. Just en masse, okay? Just click unsubscribe. If this bothers you, then you have a problem in you. You have to go look at you, okay? I can't help you. I'm a conservative Christian. I agree with much of what Donald Trump does. I disagree with some of what Donald Trump does, and I agree with what some of the Democrat Party wants to do, and not all of what the Democrat Party wants to do. But at my heart, I'm a conservative Christian who believes in family values and the sanctity of life and freedom of speech and freedom of movement and freedom to take up arms and defend yourself. That's what I believe. So go ahead, unsubscribe me. Okay, this guy, I knew he's MAGA. What a prick. I don't care. You and I couldn't be friends in real life. And trust me, I'm an incredibly loyal, nice person. I'm a little bit too nice sometimes, and that hurts me. So that's where I'm at. And I want you guys to know that I don't like bigotry here. I don't like misogyny. I don't like anti. We're just a no anti channel. So if you're in here, the only censorship you're ever going to get on your speech is if you start talking about anti anything and any group. I don't care. Every group is a protected group as far as I'm concerned, and they're not protected at the same time. You can say criticisms about Christianity. I can say criticisms about any other religion. I don't care. But I don't want you guys going on and talking about hate against anybody. That's just not right. We have the market opening in 29 minutes. I'm going to try to trade the market open for you guys right here for futures, 3 p.m. A lot of you guys are like, market open? You dumbass. That doesn't happen until 9:30 tomorrow. No, the futures market trades 22 hours a day. It takes a brief break from Friday, 1 p.m. our time, all the way till Sunday, 3 p.m. our time. I'd be in for a monthly subscription, a discount for 1K a day students would be great. Yeah, we'll do that. That's happening. I have to put it all together and I have to formulate it, and I have to get like tutorials and see ways to get it onto your TV in case you want to watch it on TV. It'll all be done on Teachable. That's their platform. They handle everything in terms of billing, in terms of hosting, in terms of everything. Have you ever seen anything at the Sphere? Is it awesome? Never been to the Sphere. I'm not interested in the shows that are at the Sphere right now. Not a Metallica fan. I know Master of Puppets was an album. I know Enter Sandman and Whiskey. I remember that song. It was an Irish folk song. Those are the two Metallica songs. Other than that, I couldn't tell you. I'm not going to pay $800 for a Metallica ticket. I'd rather see The Wizard of Oz in 4K Blu-ray remaster in its original format than the bastardization that they put in there. And I'm happy that you're happy with The Wizard of Oz, but it's not the same film. It's not the same piece of artwork at all, period. And I mean, like, I don't know. I would like to see a really innovative show. Like, if a band like Foo Fighters was going to perform there, I would be down for that. Like, I would see that show. That's like, I love all their songs. I can say all the songs, like, all the lyrics. I have that seared into my brain. So I'd be all about that. So, and if you like Wizard of Oz, it's great. I'm not an Eagles fan. Like, dude, I can give you all the quotes from Hotel California. What else do you got? Desperado. New Kid in Town. Is that a song? What else? Oh, there's 3. I don't know. I mean, I think the Eagles are dysfunctional people at their base of it. Because Don Henley absolutely hates YouTubers. If I accidentally, like, let's say a Eagles song starts playing and I'm walking through a casino, I'm going to get a notice that my video has been taken off of YouTube. Because God forbid it's playing as background music. So I'm not going to support that. Plus, I only know 3 of their songs. Best pizza place in Vegas is Joe's New York Pizza. It's off of Harmon in Paradise. Me and my wife saw U2. See, that would have been a good show. I like U2. But then U2 can't keep their damn mouth shut. Bono thinks he's going to go around saving the world and giving his opinion to everybody. Get over it. You're throwing a fit. Get over it. That song is from their Hell Freezes Over, right? Yeah, because they were like feuding and fussing so much that they said they would reunite when Hell Freezes Over. That's it. That is an Eagles song. Like the Rolling Stones, man. Am I going to pay the money to see the Rolling Stones? Probably not. You know what's funny? Is that I keep seeing bands like The Offspring. They're reunited. Mm-hmm. Offspring's reunited. Smashing Pumpkins. I wanted to see the Smashing Pumpkins. And then I started looking at what Billy Corgan sounds like now. And they play here like this September or November or something. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see that version of that person. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. If you're in your mid-40s or your 50s, what group does it bother you, like when the thing you listen to, the thing that's on your forever playlist, you go to like Apple Music or Spotify and here, let me show you what that looks like for me, okay? So watch. This is my Apple Music, right? I was listening to Bare Naked Ladies down there. Now, if I go see Bare Naked Ladies in 2026, it's not even the same band because their lead singer left the band. But listen, what I'm asking you is, if I go back to okay, this is my station, right? So what does my station have on it? Oh, starts playing. So here was what we got: the Tragically Hip. We have Frank Black, which most of you guys don't know who that is. Let me see. What else do I have on here? I know I'm going to have Foo Fighters, Stone Temple Pilots, Pearl Jam, Aerosmith. Do you guys have an issue with the fact that when you guys listen to these guys trying to tour in 2026, they completely don't sound the same? Hi, Edmonton. Does Edmonton do Klondike Days or K Days or any kind of event anymore like that? Do they try to compete with the Stampede? A lot of older bands no longer have original members, but they're lead singers. That's the thing. I don't care that the Smashing Pumpkins is just, I think is it Jimmy Chamberlain or James Iha and Billy Corgan? It's only two of the originals. Stephen, I'm a capitalist conservative, so don't think you're the only one because you're not. Thank you so much. And but the problem is the guy that's singing "The World Is a Vampire," set to drain. He sounds terrible. And you know what? I listened to Eddie Vedder last night, Pearl Jam. I was blown away. The guy sounds like he sounded 30 years ago. It's like the one guy. I know Paul McCartney. I can't listen to Paul McCartney like I can't listen to him sing in 2026 because he sounds terrible. The Pixies are popular with Gen Z. There was a guy, and then a water guy that controlled the sea. It Staters on Friday, K-Day. I don't know what that is. David Lee Roth massacred Van Halen recently. He sounds awful, yeah. Good evening from Edinburgh. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, better than yesterday, that's for sure. It's dangerous to be outside today in the Strip. That's why we're inside, just so you guys know. Their energy changes as they get older, too. Yeah, I mean, like Billy Corgan was singing about things he believed in. I believe he still believes in some of those things, but I don't know that he believes in the things that he thought he believed in when he was 30 years ago when Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness come out. And you know what? They do have a new album. Jagger is 82, and Paul McCartney's on that album. He plays bass on that album. I was listening to a track on it the other day because a news story popped up and it said Keith Richards says that Paul McCartney wants to be in a band. I go to Fremont Street to see Alter Ego. They're good. I like them. They're great. I like Alter Ego. They're a good band. I repeatedly reached out to them because I took some amazing photos of their lead singer and stuff, and I wanted to share them, but they don't get back. They don't monitor their social media, so they never got back to me. What I was saying about, somebody asked me ages ago, 3 hours ago, if I'd ever go back to Calgary. Not really. Canada's a very different place right now than when I left it. Just a way different place, man. Oh, by the way, TR47, did you check the code that you told me I'd never turn off? I know you didn't, but the code is turned off. You cannot get in for $189.89, and that price will not come back. Anyway, there was a video, and this is how people are racist and how people don't think and how different everything is and how capitalism works, okay? So in Canada, Calgary Stampede happens. It's a famous around the world. One of the first jobs I had was handing out programs and stamping hands at the Calgary Stampede. It's a 10-day event that happens every July. And about 1 million people will go, maybe 1.5 million people. This year's Calgary Stampede numbers are really, really bad. I mean, really bad. I say that like a bastardized, like if Ed Sullivan and Donald Trump had kids. And so there's a lady on X, and she's posting, look what they're playing at the Calgary Stampede. I expected to hear country music. And she flashes to this stage called the Coca-Cola stage. The Coca-Cola stage is similar to downtown Fremont Street, where they put bands on. And sometimes down Fremont Street, they put marquee bands. So they'll have the modern-day version of the Stone Temple Pilots. Last year, they had Our Lady Peace, another Canadian band. They have bands that people kind of know the names of. And it was Indian, like full-on Indian from India. You know, like the Bollywood boom ba-doom ka-doom, and it's like, I don't know, I'm singing words I don't know. And she was offended by that. She was like, country music should be at the Calgary. Bullsh. It's such bullcrap. Here's the thing. In the year 2000, I was going out with this Indian girl. And she was like, I don't know why I said that. I guess that doesn't matter. But Steven's a racist. But I dated an Indian girl. She was this Miley Muslim. But Steven's a racist. Just remember that for later when I get accused of racism. Okay? Just remember that when some small-minded peon accuses me of racism, is that Steven likes brown girls, apparently, because he's been married to a Filipina for 22 years. And he went out with a Muslim girl. Anyway, she loved Savage Garden. Savage Garden. Oh my gosh. Let's get this sappy Australian pop band, you know? And I remember seeing Savage Garden at the Coca-Cola stage at the Calgary Stampede in the year 2000. So it's like that's just an example of how Canada has changed. And I mean, you just what are you going to do? I mean, it's just the truth. Like Justin Trudeau, last prime minister, imported a ton of people from India and from Pakistan, and that's just the way it is, man. And what you do is you target the market that is in front of you. So if hey, do you want Indians to come to the Calgary Stampede? Then you're going to book an Indian pop star for the Coca-Cola stage. So I mean, so it's bigotry of like, oh, this is wrong, but it's also not seeing the market. This is just what it is. Like, there's a lot of Indian people, and you're catering to a market, and it's not looking at the fact that there's 10 days, and there's probably 9 other bands that are all glowingly white, if not black. So just stop bitching about it. Coca-Cola stage always has featured things. Exactly, exactly. And I posted that response on X, and nobody saw it. Like, they don't care, right? But it is what it is. My buddy Mark is going to catch the replay. I should text Lamont. He always wants to know. He's probably busy. I'm streaming. So we get the market open in 18 minutes. If you guys want to watch me trade 1K a day strategies, you can do that here. Well, Steve, I'll be out there Wednesday through Saturday. Hopefully I'll say hi to you. Wednesday through Saturday. I should be around on Friday. God willing, you know. I got to get some videos out this week. So, good afternoon, Nick. How you guys doing, man? Hopefully you guys are having a great one out there. You guys can give me a topic to talk about. I'll probably talk about it forever and not really get to much of a point. But if you like these kinds of videos and all that good stuff, like I say, I'm going to be doing more of them. I'm going to be building a platform out. Stuff I can't say on YouTube and everything like that, so stay tuned for that. Canada woke, yes, Canada woke up. Justin Trudeau, Nepo baby. Well, look, he's banging Katy Perry. That's more I can say about you. I'm just saying. Canada's GDP is growing modestly. Yeah, I know. That's the that's the worst. Canada's GDP is in the worst place it's been in 69 years right now. It's like really, really bad. But hey, it's Donald Trump why they're not coming here, right? Vegas is too much for Canada. No, Canadians love Vegas. I'm 100% debt free. I'm investing in my 401k. What do you recommend I do now? My whole life has been to pay off everything. Now I'm here. Enjoy life. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't have investment advice for you because I'm not a certified professional investor. I just teach people how to click buttons on charts. But I mean, like, look, you can enjoy the fruits of your labor, I guess. I don't know. He's hopping around with Katy Perry. Yeah, YouTube censored you for some reason. He's banging Katy Perry. Like, can we just like put that into perspective? Because I don't care. I don't really like Katy Perry's politics. I think she's a relatively evil person with how she tried to sue all those nuns and stuff like that. But, I mean, are you a man with red blood that can admit that Katy Perry has big boobies and dances around on stage and looks pretty? And Justin Trudeau is there. Like, it's mind-boggling, his character arc. He was like a substitute teacher. Became the leader of one of the G8, G7 nations, I guess it is now. Ran it into the ground, and now he's banging Katy Perry. Now, you want to talk about there being no justice in this world? That's the character arc. That's the story of somebody with no justice. Literally hopping around like a goober. I might be hopping around like a goober too if I was like, oh my God, I'm banging Katy Perry. Banging Katy Perry. Oh, you don't think so, right? Like, because she's a 0 out of 10. Yeah, nobody thinks Katy Perry's attractive, right? You don't think Katy Perry's attractive. Like, you're like, yeah, she's a fat pig. Come on, man. Like, I don't care. Like, why did you get your blinders? That's what I'm talking about. These, like, oh, well, I got politics in my eyes. Oh, Katy Perry, evil, Justin Trudeau, bad. Yeah. Katy Perry, ugly. Dude, come on, man. Stop. Bro, Trudeau was always gentry. His father was Falcon. I saw that rumor, too. That's a funny rumor. What's shaken? Not much. She's very mean to contestants on the time. So what? Does it matter? She's playing a character on television. You don't think that's real life, do you? Justin Trudeau is very... You know, he is considered a very handsome guy. Yeah, he's considered very, very pretty boy. YouTube featured What is YouTube featured? I don't even know. Should my goal now be to bank? Yes, that's your life goal. That's your new life goal. Don't worry about learning the futures market or making money in finances, and don't worry about understanding the economy. Just learn how to have sex with kids. Oh man. Oh boy. Trudeau's mother was legit insane. I don't know anything about that. I just know that Pierre Elliott Trudeau polarized Canada against one another. Your live stream is YouTube featured? Not really. Maybe on your feed it is. I got lucky, I guess. So give me a topic to talk about. His father, Fidel. That's a thing. Like, listen, you guys can buy into that conspiracy theory stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. He's a charismatic dude. That's all I can tell you about Trudeau. Look at come down for 4 nights. It's $2,300. That's a lot. You don't have to spend that much. That's crazy. Society is toast. Why? You have to say, if you're going to say society is toast, you have to say why society is toast. You can't just say society is broken. You have to give reasons. You can't make, it's hard to make, when you make declarative statements like that, it becomes very difficult unless you can back them up. That's all I'm saying. To be honest, very few Canadians like you who actually speak the truth about Canada always enjoy the online. Yeah, the problem is I will say the truth and I don't go with the popular narrative, and YouTube suppresses me, I think. Like, you're telling me I'm featured, that doesn't mean anything today. But what I'm saying is I don't go with the audience. Like, I could pander to the audience. I'm sure I would get more love and more adulation, but to me, I have to be true to myself. At the end of the day, I have to be able to say my prayers and know that I did the best job I could. If I try getting an Uber driver during F1, oh, you're going to pay a lot. Have the tariffs eased? No, tariffs have not eased with Canada. As a matter of fact, the United States and Canada have no trade agreement formally right now. We're in this like renewal period. On July 1st, the USMCA was up for renewal, and the United States chose not to pursue like an automatic renewal. So now it's going to enter into this period where the tariffs are just not really locked in for anything, and it can go up for renewal. And it's like every so often. Normally, the trade agreement gets renewed every 10 years once it's signed and agreed to, but it's not. So I don't know the period. Could be 6 months, 9 months, or something like that. The whole political climate, finances, scams, vehicles suck. Yes, I agree. What do you think the market is going to do now that the ceasefire is really over? It's probably going to dump. Let's take a look at the charts. By the way, if you guys don't know and you're watching me for the first time ever, I'm more of an economics channel than a Vegas channel. I use Vegas as a way to like look at discretionary spending and how Americans act with money. And this is kind of how the nation's economy acts in a way when behind the closed doors. So we use Vegas as kind of a lens for the rest of the economy. And I trade futures. I'm going to show you guys the futures market open here in a few minutes. So we're going to have to take a look at the chart and see where we're at. And I have my iPad, and we're going to try our best to hack through this open. How's the Hard Rock construction going? They say it's topped out, the Hard Rock Hotel. Topped out meaning they're not pouring any more floors of concrete. So they're going to start putting windows. Well, they've already started putting windows, but the rest of the floors will get windows. You're Frank Zane. My lats are weak. How can I make them as big as Steve Reeves? Just do pull-ups, man. Just do pull-ups. Just do big old wide grip pull-ups. Pardon me. When I went to Vegas a few weeks ago, I cannot believe how crowded it was. I moved out there in 1981. It's crowded right now. I mean, I did this video for my new service I'm starting today, and it was about like the debt. So we're at $1.21 trillion in credit card debt just last year. Now it's $1.25 trillion in credit card debt. It's a lot of credit card debt, and it keeps accruing month over month. We have $1.34 trillion in all types of lending. That includes mortgages and car payments and buy now, pay laters and stuff like that. But it keeps going up. So people are spending more than they're making, and that's what it is. It's what it is. 11 minutes. Hey, Steve, I went to Vegas. Keep reading that Vegas housing is tanking. Any truth to that? Not really. The market's not moving anywhere. We have friends that are moving back to Vegas from one of the Dakotas. They're like, oh, let's go back to Vegas from the Dakotas. And they've been buying and selling in this market for a very long time. And Caroline asked her, how is it? And she's like, it's not really buyer's market. It's not really a seller's market. It's not really a market. It's just the sellers don't want to sell, because if they do, then they have to get a new mortgage. And if they're at 2.5, 6, 2.7, 2.8% interest rate, they're paying $2,000 a month. They have to take the 6.5% rate on, and now they're going to be paying $2,800 a month. So now what did they do? They created $9,600 of new money they have to spend every single month on a house. So they want to get as much for that house as they possibly can. So they're holding on to it. They don't want to lower the prices. Meanwhile, I think the market's not bottomed out here yet. You know, seems to be a stalemate right now, Las Vegas for housing. Mid Vegas reservations, everything is cheaper than last year. Technically, no. I'm glad you got in for cheaper, but I mean, from the stats we get from the LVCVA, it says clearly that we have the ADR, the average daily room rate. ADRs are up. They're up every month this year. So I'm glad you got some deals, but overall, the ADR is going up every single month. So it's good that you got a deal, but is it really dropping? No. But that's another thing that's subjective to you because you booked it for less. So that's why people come in and, you're a scammer. Okay, I'm a scammer, whatever, I don't care. Mid Vegas reservations every year is cheaper. Okay, everything, you said that. A water is worth $8. So this water, how much do you think I paid for this? Take a guess. I bought it at the Bellagio, at the big place with the giant chocolate fountain right by the atrium. I mean, this is about as expensive as it could get. So tell me how much you think I paid for this. I have the receipts right here. I got water and I got ice. I asked for ice. They gave me ice. $6. Right, okay. So $5.95, $3. I'm not going to read 6-7 comments anymore, like Mark Bass's 6-7. How much do you think I pay? I tip every single time I buy something in Vegas on the Strip. Every single time. Also for locals, if there's a human being and they're serving food, I always tip. So I mean, I only paid $5 for this. That's $5. Perrier. Tip 90 cents. It was at 18%. They did that thing where your quick tip is like 18, 22, whatever. So the good trooper. I'm a tipper. You gotta tip. If everybody tipped 90 cents, they served 1,000 clients there today, then they would have nearly what, 9,000. Yeah, nearly 9,000. No, 9,000. There were $900 worth of tips to pool between them, and then those people would live a better life, right? So I believe in tipping. I believe if they smile at you and they don't have a crappy attitude, you should tip them. That's the way I look at life. How'd you get that deal? There's no deal. I just paid for it. Capital One sends me mail for credit cards twice in the week for months. Well, that's because you have a good credit profile. ADR might be holding, but I'm seeing more comps and upgrades personally. That's good. That's good you tip then. Well, some people don't tip and they think I'm stupid for tipping. I don't tip when it's a kiosk. But I don't use kiosks. I'm a human being. I like to talk to humans. My 52-foot Hatteras has 1,000-gallon fuel tank, $8,500 to fill it. Yeah, how long does that 1,000-gallon fuel tank go? How are you only paying 1,000? Wait, no, there's math is broken. That doesn't make sense. Your math doesn't work. So you're either lying and I don't want to accuse you of lying, but if you're paying $8,500 to fuel a thing that's 1,000 gallons, that means you're paying how much? Right? 1,000 gallons, 8,500. Yeah, there's some problems with your math. It doesn't make sense. How much is marine fuel different than other fuel? Water, diesel? Are you serious? I was going to say, if that's the case, then you're not lying, and I don't know anything about boats, which is true. As far as diversification goes, how do you feel about having a nice little physical gold stash? I own physical gold. I don't tell you what to buy, but physical gold, physical silver has literally zero downside because it's used in industry, and there's only so much of it in the world. Like diamonds, they make diamonds. They literally make diamonds. General Electric started making diamonds in the 1950s, just for industry. They were ugly, they were yellow, they had imperfections and dirt in them. Nobody would want to use them. By the 1980s, they had perfected making flawless diamonds. By the 1990s, it was cheaper, and by the year 2000s, diamonds, 60% of everything you see that's sold as diamonds are actually fake diamonds now. So fake diamonds are taking over. So diamonds are only as good as what is De Beers, I think it is. They control the diamond market. They release so many diamonds every single month and so every single year. But with the gold thing, I mean, gold is limited and it comes out of the ground and there's only so much physical of it sitting around. And For a lot of people that think they own gold, they actually don't own anything. Instead, what they own is a piece of paper saying that if they ever want to, they can come and get their gold. But then you better hope that somebody's going to give you your gold. Because if they don't, you're physically locked out of owning what you have, then you have a hope and a prayer. It's the same as owning fiat money, which is largely useless too. Anyways, we have our market right here. I'm going to draw a line for a level. Let's see if we can actually trade this thing and not have a complete disaster on our hands. We're going to go to our back camera. I'll show you what's happening in just a few minutes. These markets are going to open and we're going to see something happen. We don't know what's going to happen exactly. Let's move my camera here like this. Let's move my... Look at this. I'm so happy that I invested in this iPad. So this is trading view. This is the market today. We're going to zoom in the camera here a little bit so we can actually see some stuff. And let's see what we got. So we have the war. We have the ceasefire effectively over in Iran. We don't really know what's going to happen right now. I got to look at the clock icon on my phone, if I can even find it. We have the clock icon on an iPhone has a little timer. See how it literally physically spins? Look up there. That's your second hand, and that's actually accurate. That is a live updating real-time icon on an iPhone. So what I would do if I were looking at this, and this is not financial advice, I would probably be so inclined as to draw a horizontal line and extended line right about here. Oh, I did the wrong line, didn't I? Let's delete that line. I drew a horizontal line. Or a vertical line. I need a horizontal line. So I need a horizontal line. I'll stick that line right here. It's purple. It doesn't matter. It's just a temporary line. Because why? Because this, and this. See this, and this. And if I scroll back a little bit, this too. So this is an area where the price likes to settle. We have this area up here. We have this up here, which is 30,102. It's red for some reason. I'm sure I did that for a reason. And then we're going to see what happens when this market opens. Now, it could open gap down, which means that the bars don't even appear. Like you expect the bars to appear here when it starts. It could open very, very low if the market has a bunch of people that are putting in positions before the market actually starts. And we don't know what's going to happen with that right now. So we'll have to see. And we got, what time is it right now? We got a minute and a half till all this, a minute and 10 seconds till this pops off. I have a stash of foreign currency just in case. I'm stopping 2 nights on the west. Sounds good. This tried it on Friday afternoon. The lines on Friday afternoon are going back upwards. Not really going back upwards. They're kind of stopped in this consolidation. This is like a flag pattern. So it went up and it formed this flag. See, imagine, if you will, this is like the flag pole here where it goes up and then it stops and it comes down here. So we're going to see where it goes, and then it'll probably come up and fill some kind of a gap if it creates a gap, or the market will just continue to trend down. I've seen it do that before too. We'll make this a little bit smaller, easier to see if there is a big gap. And I don't trade the first candle hardly ever of the day. That's actually quite stupid. But we have about 20 seconds left, and we'll see what this does. Less than a minute. We got 15 seconds left. When this thing gets up to 88 miles an hour, we're going to see some serious ish. So, see what it does. Okay, now we got market open right now. Look what it did. It did exactly what I told you it would do. It started down here, okay? So if you're going to try to trade this candle, you're going to try to sell this, you'd be an insane person because you don't know what's going to happen. So you never trade the first candle of the day. You can see it's starting to fill the gap, which is this dead space right here anyways, and it's below the 200. Paper trading has all sorts of slow fills. You can go ahead. Let me try to tap this. It's probably not going to do anything because it's super slammed right now. Paper trading is a pain in the butt sometimes. But if we bought that right now, we get out, it's worth $200-300. There you go. We filled this. Oh, I sold. Want to go up and buy. There it is. I might sell my take profit up here, see if it comes up to the top. And you can see over here, we have this counter right here, 110, 140, minus 160. 40, get your base hits in, 160, 130. I'll get out at 130. And that's how easy it is. It fills the gap, it goes back up. You just go in, first candle of the day. You can see that it's not going to be a red candle, I would imagine, at least for this foreseeable time. It goes down, it goes up. And you just watch this for a little bit and see where it's going to go. We have 35 seconds left on this candle. It might push down afterwards. So I just showed you how to make $140 in like 5 seconds on a chart just like this. It's not all that complicated. If this goes down anymore, it's going to turn red. This candle means that we don't know if it's going up or if it's going down when the meat of the candle is right in the middle. It's called the doji pattern. I teach this. This is all explained in 1K a day. Now we got red, and we got 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Generally, the next candle that comes up, whatever it is, green or red, it's probably going to tear up or down in that direction. Oh, it gapped up. So we got a little bit more of an upwards action, but it shoots right back down. So wait till it settles out. That's what it is. Cool. After this, bike cruises, love paper trading, much joy. Less than a minute, yes. The chart ended on a Friday, yes. So, yeah, showed you guys how to make $140 in just a few seconds on the first candle on a Sunday after bad news. Then you stay out of this and you walk away and you say, what did you do on your Sunday? I made $140 or $200. You know, I made a bunch of money when everybody was worried about the market tanking. That's what you do. Look at this giant spike downwards. Now you notice something. See how it rested here and it bounced back up and it's between these two yellow lines? That's not an accident. It's trying to break right now down past this yellow line. These are not accidental things that we see. These are patterns, these are lines, and we know why they exist. Nobody's talking. So easy. Eckhart before take profit trader to not mess up the stream, but no way underwater. Now way underwater. Most people lose. I don't know. I mean, I got people that are winning. So a lot of people lose in the markets because they don't exercise caution. Do you see me trying to trade this right now? Do you see me clicking buttons right now? I don't think you do. Although I'm very tempted to trade this downwards to the downside. Let's click a button to the downside. 110, 120. We'll set our take profit a little bit lower down here. That's worth 270. See if we can pull it out or if it's going to reverse on us. 50, 20, 40, 110. I'm going to get out. I got out at 90. So we picked up another $90, but I'm worried because it's right down there. What countries are trading right now? Everybody is trading right now. Everybody. There's millions of people right now that are doing this exact same thing. And I imagine what ends up happening is that this ends up inching back up eventually. It's going to bottom out. You don't want to try to catch the bottom. Catching a falling knife is never very good. But that's what we ended up with in our trading account today. We did 140 and we did 90. That's a total of what? $250 in just a few minutes of staring at a chart as we watch this continuously press down. But don't get caught at the bottom of something. This is not guaranteed to go down. Keep your money. It just hit my target profit. See? We got people in the chats who are making money right now. Can't find any site showing me real time like you. No, there's lots of sites there's lots of things that trade real time. See, look, I'm going to go in here one more time and I'm going to try, 30. I'm going to set a take profit down lower. I think it's going to spike. There it is. There's another spike. 170, 120, 150, 80, 30. Oh, try to exit my position. See how it, okay. I got out. It hit my take profit. Thank God. Made another 170. So, guys, how is that? Does that work for you? That works for me. Look at that. Now watch what happens at this purple line. This is going to be real interesting. It might bounce up. It might blast right through. It blasted right through. Oh my gosh. Look, watch this. This will lose you all your money. I'm showing you guys how bad this can be. Pull back. 150, 170, 100 extra on that giant candle. That's a successful little trading thing. And then what you do is you get rid of it, go back to your home screen, and you walk away, and that's it. This is all my weather. It's 105. That's my sweet wife. Those are my notes. That's my timer, my clock. And that's what I have to do tomorrow. Email the Facebook guy. And I'm no longer on TRT. I haven't been for years. But for the life of me, I can't get rid of this damn notification. I've tried 6 ways to Sunday. All right, so that's what we teach in 1K a day, just so you guys are aware. I've been doing that kind of stuff for years and years and years. And it's a way that you guys can learn how to do that stuff. Seeing you do this in real time is helpful. I got students right. You're already done for the day. You're out. You're finished. You wouldn't have got nailed if you didn't have a stop loss. I heard, I should have had a stop loss, but I knew where it was going, and I'm confident. I've been doing it for a long time. So here's what I'm going to tell you guys. I teach you guys how to do that thing that I just showed you. You notice how it went down, and we made money when it went down? We could have made money if it shot up in the other direction. Trading is not swing trading, waiting for it to go up after 4 hours. Trading is not necessarily always putting $10,000 into Apple and hoping it goes up over time. Trading is not those things. Trading can be as easy as that, the futures markets, where you see the direction, you pick it, you see a giant trend form, and you click buttons and you get out after a few seconds, and you get what are called base hits. That's actually what I teach people to do in my course called 1K a day. That can be life-changing for you. So here's what I'm going to tell you. If you guys want to learn that skill, you guys want to learn how, with this $100 for a prop firm, you can be learning that skill I just showed you, paper trading, practice trading, then taking it to $100 to challenge the prop firm test, pass the test, and then be able to get money in your bank account. If you thought trading involved $10,000 of investing in the markets, I'm not an investor. I don't teach you how to do that. I want to teach you a skill that nobody else can take away from you. So here's the deal. My course is 23, almost 24 hours of content. It's all laid out. You don't need any experience whatsoever. It sells for $2,000 retail. I've been keeping the price low because I'd rather help 10,000 people into this. And I'm almost at my goal of 10,000 students. I have about 1,475. So, look, get a copy of 1K a day. Start learning today a skill that nobody can take from you. Learn how you can change your day in 15 or 20 minutes on a Sunday afternoon or on a Monday evening when you're home from work and the European markets or the Asian markets are clicking off, or in the morning when the market opens, how you can learn this skill, because you guys are missing out on the single best, most volatile market that traders have ever seen. Click the link, use code 712. You pay one time to me, that's all you'll ever pay. When you're ready to actually put something in it, you pay $100 to a prop firm that I recommend in the course called Take Profit Trader. You take their tests. You earn enough in the markets. That's all the test is. Show us you can make this profit target. It's usually $3,000. Once you do that, they don't charge you anymore. You get on to where you can make money in your actual bank account, okay? That's it. I'm a student. It's a serious course. It's not a get-rich-quick thing, but it's a skill that can take time to learn. I'm happy with the class. Thank you for the student reviews. I have more reviews on the website. You guys can go click on the website and see. You can type in the code 712. You can get it for $229.97. I don't do sales on it anymore. It's just going up. It's just going up in price. There it is. Okay. See the direction, green or red. Go and collect the crumbs worth hundreds of dollars. Thank you for answering all my questions in the emails yesterday and today. Thank you, Charles. I think I'm one behind on our questions too. Can I do futures trading with Canadian funds? Yes, absolutely you can. No, yeah, they're going to pay you in your local money. You're going to trade in US dollars, $100 US. But when you get a cash out, it'll be USD to CAD in your Canadian bank account. And you can do this in Canada, the United Kingdom, and France, basically any of the countries that don't hate. Unless you live in a country that absolutely hates America, like Russians can't trade right now, okay? Iranians can't trade, yeah. Go figure. You're probably not watching me if you're in Iran right now. Or you're in some African country in a hut that's known for scammers. Unfortunately, I love everybody, but African people in Nigeria run a lot of scams. There's like maybe a handful of countries you can't do this. This is just paper trading. Stock opens 6:30 a.m. and that's where you make the money right. Yes, that is where you make the money right. That's where I make my money right. I can show you what my actual real account looks like. Trader.tradeovate.com. I can show you what that account looks like. I just got to log into it real fast here. and hopefully it works okay here on my iPhone. My iPhone R, my R. Accept cookies. Yeah, every time I have to accept cookies. I get it. Make your cookies longer. Make them worth a year. Are you serious? What are you doing to me, Tradeovate? It's making me actually go through an agreement, even though I don't have to. It's because it's on my phone. They watch and student tried to follow you down 200. Yeah, you should never follow me in or out of trades. That's why I don't do live trading sessions with people, because I know they're going to follow me. I'm sorry that you're down 200. Just take a break, walk away. It's only $200. You can always go up $200 just as quickly. But don't follow people in and out of trades. I tried doing that once. I lost thousands of dollars as I was not in a I shouldn't have had a prop firm to start with. It was bad. You shouldn't trade prop firms when you don't have actual like experience and stuff. I tell you people all the time not to. People don't listen to me. So let's go to our month. This month I can show you. So this is what this month looks like for me. I only did 6 trades so far. Average trade time 32 seconds. Longest trade 48 seconds. I'll just flip the camera around. This is my actual account that I traded in the ring. Although you can trade it various different times of the day. So this is how that looks. So 4,085 for the month. 32 seconds. Longest trade 48 seconds. 100% profitable right there. So that's my profitability, my winning versus losing trades. So I'm doing okay. I have a 100% win rate. That'll go down. It'll probably be 86 to 90% by the end of the month. But that's what I do, and that's what I can teach you to do. But that's with a lot of experience, guys. Anybody who tells you they can teach you that in a weekend, they're scamming you, and you should run in the other direction. I teach you how to make $100 here, $200 there. That'll probably change your life more than you think it is. Gonna change your life because it takes the heat off. Then you have one less bill to worry about. My goal in life, whenever I create a product or a business or something, is that I'd like it to pay one of my bills in my life to start. That's it. How much does it cost? What, Charles? What are you talking about? How much does what cost? The account? You don't put money like you have the prop firm account. The account is worth, I don't know, $50K account. You have a $2,000 loss limit. You just trade. They just trade your positions. Is that TradeZella? No, that's actually just trader.tradeovate.com, Charles. If you want to avail that, go to trader.tradeovate.com. Log in with the same credentials Take Profit Trader gives you. They'll give you the stats right there. Okay? That was the email I needed to get back to you on. So that's your prop firm account. That'll show you. But if you have TradeZella and you're trying to see like your paper trading percentages, then you have TradeZella and you can link that in. Otherwise, there's no way to see the paper trade activity that you've been doing. We're going to take a walk now because we've been sitting here for a while. We're going to go to the back ways because it's so hot. So yeah, so if you guys want to get on that again, go see the information on the website. Go get a copy of 1K a day. Go do your thing. 712 is the code today. Use that code. You get for $229 for the whole thing. And yeah, I wish you well in whatever endeavors you have, you know. I think it's great. I think it's a great opportunity to go ahead and, you know, make yourself a future where you have a skill and you can impress your friends at parties. And you know that no matter what Donald Trump says or Iran does, you're set. Everything's going to be okay for you as long as you practice and keep your head about you and go back to practice some more. There's some days I don't trade the real market. I just paper trade it because I'm not feeling it. All right, let's go and take a walk. There's so many people back here, man. Bellagio's charging $30 to park, and you have to pay it. And if you don't pay it, you don't get access to the property. Cosmopolitan, $30 to park. Planet Hollywood, $30 to park. Everywhere on the strip right now has taken away the free parking for locals. We usually have 3 hours, but we don't now anymore. No, sir, no, sir. So it's nickel and dime town in Vegas, and people are paying it gladly. They don't care. They're like, yes, please. I'll pay you some more. How much? 30? Next weekend it might be 40. That's how capitalism works, kids. Dang, son. That was a big gap down today. Very interesting times. Good afternoon. Good after morning. There you go. Oh, and if you do get into the course and I see your email, I will give you a shout out with your first initial. Keep your anonymity on the stream as one of my new students. Stephen, if you get an MGM credit, Cutter seizes your card. If you get an MGM credit, Cutter seizes your card, it'll be free. Parking doesn't necessarily have to use a credit card. But I'm rebuilding my credit. So I got my credit card. My credit score was really bad because I was broke for so long. When you have to choose to pay your rent or pay bills, you pay the rent. You keep the roof over your head. So I was one of those statistic people. It wasn't fun. So now I'm trying not to open any credit cards because I have some. And they raise the limit every so often, which is good. But any new credit products you open, you might think, oh, I'm rebuilding my credit. I should apply and get a card every month. Actually, your credit profile doesn't like when you do that. Your credit profile likes it more when you have consistency and you just pay everything before on a certain schedule. So I'm not going to get any credit cards right now. Are casinos turning profits? Of course, man. They're money printing machines. That's what they're doing, man. They're making money, baby. Caesars or, yeah, okay. If you have to play in the status, sure. On a day like today. Treasure Island has free parking, yeah. Circus has free parking, but probably the worst place to park at if you have a decent car would be Circus because the whole thing is an empty lot that faces out towards Industrial or Sammy Davis Jr. They're the same street, they just name them differently. So you have to deal with that, so maybe not a good idea. I'm gonna go up the Aria tram here, see if we can catch the train over to the Aria. Shortcut it. It was busier this weekend with Conor McGregor. Did he win, by the way? What happened with that? Did the Mad Irishman win? Oh my gosh, it's so burning hot out here. Whoever's idea was this to put this tram station outdoors, I'd like to know, because I just don't understand why it's outside. Lindsey Graham, I know. Lindsey Graham went to Ukraine. He was active and vibrant. The very next day, he's suddenly ill. That's pretty fast to be suddenly ill, if you ask me. He didn't even really fight, so he lost. Is that what you're saying? Oh, we just missed it. Son of a gun. It's like literally departing right now. Hopefully there's a second one coming soon. When will the gap get filled? It'll fill overnight, maybe. Unless, you know what? It could kick off a trend that could last for days. I mean, I don't know. But the gap usually gets filled overnight, but I can't say it'll do that for sure. I haven't looked, but we made like $500 in just 10 minutes doing it. That was fun. That was fun. Oh, you guys can scroll back if you want to see me trading that trading chart. How you guys can do something fun too with your life. Get a copy of 1K a day at the link I'm posting up twice. Heart issues, aortic dissection. Some people think that Russia took him out because he was one of the people that was the closest to the administration recommending that we don't have any kind of that we up the Ukraine funding. I don't know if all that's true. What do you guys think happened? Tell me in the chats. By the way, if you're just tuning in, yes, we're in Vegas. Yes, we talk about world events and the economy out here. So if this is interesting to you, then go ahead and subscribe. I put Vegas YouTube on hard mode. I decided that I'm not going to be the person that talks about pool parties and buffet dinners all the time. My dad made it to 82, and I saw him put a pat of butter on a glazed donut in 1972. I eat a ketogenic diet right now. Like today I had some butter with my supplements, and then I had a couple of beef sliders, And then I had a thing of melted cheese. So yeah, but you can eat a ketogenic diet and you can be healthy for a long time. This is the tram that goes over to the Aria. We're gonna try to jump on it and get to city center. Where's Mitch McConnell? I know, right? People are demanding proof of life on that too. It's a weird world we live in. Oh, I broke 100,000 words on Whisper Flow today. I'm at 101,011 or 118 words. Fun stuff. Fun times. Boom, make me break down. Make me break down. Space Hog has a new album? Really? Maybe for the meltdown, man, and see. I didn't even know they were still making music. Good for them. It's warm out here, man. Whisper Flow, the tram is free. The tram is completely free. Whisper Flow is the best word voice to text engine out there. It's a paid product. I don't get affiliate money or anything. I use it personally every single day for everything that I do. Do you think we're in the blow off the top of a market cycle? I think the market is so overpriced right now. I think that we're in for a lot more trouble compared to what we ever saw in 2000. I think when the bubble breaks this time, the problem is like, here's an example of how this is just economically it's unsound. And I was watching Andre Gicque the other day, and he was making a really good point, right? AI, foreign nations are using American AI. So the whole idea right now is that the American economy is going to be just fine. We're all going to be rich, but we have to win the AI race because China, Israel, and the United States are really the only three countries that are putting a ton of money into AI development, and the AI development's happening in these countries. The companies that are building it, yeah, they're private companies, but they're looped into the world governments, right? So Anthropic, OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, they all work with the U.S. military and Palantir and all these companies that are just all one big club of incestuous data sharing and war and all this stuff. Okay, so, but he was saying something that's quite telling, and it's that right now AI is very much drag and drop. You don't need to use you don't need to use Claude. You can use OpenAI if their price is less. So you don't have to stick with an American AI model. You can use a Chinese one, maybe, if the US government allows you to. So there's no promise of one American company winning the AI arms race. So all these companies that are developing AI, this door is not going to open. And everybody's buying into these companies, and they're buying the stocks, and they're putting them in their hedge funds, and they're treating them like they're, the same type of stock as, tangible companies like Amazon that actually they have a service. AI doesn't have a service. AI has a series of code that you can use any of them. And so it's like, when this thing bursts, it's going to destroy the economy in a way that, like, we've never seen before. So to answer your question, yeah, the economy is ripping up and it's tearing up only because AI hopes and dreams and because the government's pumping it. It's very blue right now. I feel like that song, I'm blue. Target date funds and 401ks do indeed keep pushing equities higher and higher until they break. Buy high, sell higher, or buy high, sell high, buy low when it crashes. Is there a horrible smell inside the tram? No, it smells good in here. If it wasn't for data centers using up all the water and power, oh man, we got more comments than I'm used to. Not necessarily in the same market as the 2000 dot-com bubble. Most of those companies were expensive but really had no revenue. You understand that Anthropic has no revenue? Anthropic makes Claude. They have no revenue. The revenue from XAI, it comes from renting data centers to Claude. XAI is part of SpaceX. So you might say that SpaceX and XAI. XAI missed, they lose money. Okay, Elon Musk's company SpaceX includes XAI. It loses money, but the only money it really makes, only revenue, comes from selling data centers to Claude, and Claude is Anthropic. So here's a mind F for you. Here's how to screw up your mind for a minute today on a Sunday. Google takes money, they give it to Anthropic. They make a giant investment of, say, $100 billion in Anthropic over here. Now, Google put that money into their books and said, we invested in a company, Anthropic. Everybody else now puts money into Anthropic. Google put $100 billion. Google 100. You have to take the elevators now. You can't go any other way. I should one 100, 200, connection attempt 1000. There we are. We should be okay. Hey, we made it. I pay money to this app that I use to not let my stream die while I try to sort those things out. So, should be good now. Yeah. It's annoying. It happens. I pay like $30 a month to this app that I use just to stream on. I have a lot of subscriptions. I'm sure there's too many of them. But it's nice out here. Yeah. Oh, see if we go into the aria. Hopefully it's not disappeared inside of here. It's just that the Crystal's building is shaped very strangely and awkwardly, and it's not cohesive to cell phones. But we got Chinese lanterns. Hey, you, I got a question for you. Okay, Bruce, I'm here, buddy. How's Idaho? Big Idaho. How come you tilted this? It's dangerous to walk. It's because it's 100+ degrees outside, and yesterday I nearly passed out when I was streaming out of heat and dehydration. So it's dangerous to walk the strip right now. You got to stay in the buildings, and then you lose your entire connection. It's no fun. Not all that nice. That's for sure. Whew. Jedi Rich, yeah, he's got a popular YouTube thing. If you go, or sorry, X, he's on X. You go over to his thing, and he tells you about how Vegas has never been busier and how everything is perfect, and I'm a liar. I don't think he's ever called me a liar, but people like me are a liar. I actually deliver you both sides of it. There's two sides to the tale, okay? You come out midweek, it's dead. You come out Friday night, it's super busy. The Friday night crowd is paying for the dead parts of the week. But yeah, he posts a lot of great clips. You should go and check out his X feed, Jedi Rich, because you'll get a lot of good Vegas snippets and content and stuff like that. But to tell the whole story is more difficult than to tell just what you want to tell. If you're tilted towards one direction or the other, you're not servicing people. And I choose to put it on hard mode and tell both sides of the story. The problem is the struggle, the challenge. It's not really a problem. You're never going to get everybody. They're not going to really hear you all the time. It's impossible for people to see all of your content. But for the last month and a half, 2 months, I've been saying, number one, Vegas is slammed on the weekends and special events are packed wall to wall. Number two, the main problem in Vegas is midweek. They can't rely on conventions forever. This year we've had a huge lift in conventions, and it's been okay. There you go. So that's my truth. That's what I put out there, and not everybody does it, but that's okay. I like Jedi Rich's account. I don't follow him, but it appears in my feed, and that's good. Aria is super busy right now. That's great. Sunday crowd, man. My screen is green now. I don't know. Not much I can do about a lot of this stuff. It is green. That's fun. Let's try to reconnect another time. There. Looks like my signal might be completely dead. Can't hear me. Wow. Looks like the heat plus signal didn't cooperate with me today. It happens throughout the summer. Dad, can't hear me. There you go.
Tournament players at the 800, no longer hold them. 3 minutes left on your break. Please feel free to make your way back to your seat.
No.
Can I open it for you? Yes.
No, the problem was totally on my end. Yeah. It's Signal, it's this, it's that. I mean, I can't buy better equipment. There's no way for me to buy better stuff. You can't purchase it because it doesn't exist. $350 mic, $200 gimbal, $1,700 phone, $300 of internet connections. There's only so much, man, and then eventually, just the cards work against you, and you're out. You're out. Valet is $40 for the guests. Thank you so much for being a part of us and spending $250 on the room. That'll be $40 to park your car for you. Was Vegas in the 90s the best? You guys think it's the best? It's not the best. Like, you think the past is the best. You're all like, hey man, I remember back in the day. Well, there was no there were way less options. You came to Vegas. The 90s, you didn't have half the options you have. The luxury wasn't there. The dining options were a quarter of what you see today. There was no sports. The big marquee shows largely didn't exist. Bands like U2 would play off the strip, but you didn't have headliners. There was no residencies. Israel, what's up, man?
Oh, you remember me?
Of course. You're the one guy that comes up to me talking like you just came out of Tel Aviv. How you doing? Nice to see you, bro.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, doing a live stream. I hope you don't mind. Nah, you're on it, is what I'm saying. So there you go. Yeah, it's live right now. Yeah.
But it's on you.
No, it's on you.
On me.
You came into my frame, brother. That's good. Yeah, you keeping good?
Yeah, doing good.
It's good, man. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice to see you too. Yeah, lose a little weight. No, just lazy.
Do what you love.
I do well, sometimes. Sometimes I do live streams and the signal goes away.
How do you decide if it's what you love or not?
Oh, you just like doing it. When you like doing it, you just do it.
You do it for free.
If you would do it for free, then you know you love doing it. That's right,
That's what
brother.
I do. I dance. I used to do it for free. Now I get paid.
There you go. Where do you get paid to dance?
It varies.
Okay,
Where I am, the vibe.
I got you.
Yes.
Nice, man. Well, nice to see you, brother. Be good. I appreciate you.
Vegas is booked.
It's booked solid, man. I'm telling you. There you go. Yep. That was Israel. He bumped into me when I was filming out here a few weeks ago. He says he dances. I don't know where he dances. I didn't want to ask. Whew, man, it's nice to get a little bit of the shade, Hey, Steve, I used to help build a lot of those towers. It would be 137 degrees. I believe it. I was on the Luxor start to finish. Man, you're a legend, bro. Look at you. That's awesome. It's amazing stuff, man. So they wanted to make this over here where you see all this tarpaulin that's been put onto the buildings. So the whole idea was to make this like a walkway full of retail. Now, I think when they were planning this out, I just filmed a new thing for that new project I'm doing. I'm doing a new monthly membership site with videos. And one of the stops I made yesterday was I went to Tivoli Village. And I was talking about the history of Tivoli Village, which is this really high-end, like we're talking $500 yoga studios area out in Summerlin. And they wanted to make that double the size, man. They wanted to make a 712,000 square foot indoor mall. This was like Vegas in the 2006 to 2008 era. The money was just ridiculously flowing. So they had all the plans for this, of course, all set. And part of it was supposed to build shops all the way down to the strip. If we walk forward, we're going to be on the strip in a few minutes here. So that was the original idea. Hey, we'll build shops and all this will be leased out to retail. Nobody wants to be here. There was an art gallery for a while. It moved inside to the Crystal Shopping. This was supposed to be, though, like the place to go. And then it's supported by the condo towers that you see, because those two, the yellow patterned windows, that's the Veer Towers. Those are condo towers that cost a lot to live in. I remember when Aria area was in The Holiday Inn super. Yeah, there used to be the boardwalk out here. The boardwalk with its creepy clown face and the roller coaster. There was a Michael Jackson, Donald Brashear documentary that was shot largely at the boardwalk. Luxor is old and rooms are not good. They did a renovation. They got some hand-me-downs from Bellagio a year or two ago. The Mandalay Bay was almost a decade ago. Yeah, it's true. So, but I know the Luxor is good for veterans and stuff. Veterans like that place. They have good deals for vets and things like this. So this is the condos. And I think the general idea was like you could have a business right here and you're supported by the condos and you're just a stone's throw away from foot traffic, except there is no foot traffic. I mean, they built a tram. Look at the empty valet. Holy cow. That's an empty valet. Nobody at the valet today parking fancy pants cars. So they built a tram, so they bypassed all that stuff. So it's like, okay, sure. Oh, excuse me. So this was all supposed to be like retail, and you can see it's just all boarded up now. I know so many secrets about some of those buildings in Vegas, and the secrets aren't good. I would believe it. We had our failed building that became shopping, of course. It was the Harmon. They're pouring this building, this big 30-story condo tower called the Harmon, and they realized that the structural steel was unsound and it was not going to survive earthquakes. And before you say earthquakes, yeah, well, we get earthquakes. We had one a few weeks ago that I felt at my house. It felt like somebody took a mattress and fired it out of a specialized mattress cannon and it slammed into the side of my house. It was very unnerving. I can't imagine what it's like when you live in the Pacific Rim in Asia, and they happen all the time. Caesars has bed bugs. Dude, every single property has bed bugs. Bed bugs are an inevitability. They also have cockroaches. They also have mice. The Marriott Grand Chateau across the street, I remember one time they had this whole crew of exterminators because they had possums at the Marriott Grand Chateau crawling around in the crawl spaces. You just don't ever hear about it. Everybody has bed bugs. You carry a bed bug in. You know how easy it is? Somebody comes from somewhere, they have bed bugs. They get on a plane, the bed bug's in their shirt. They sit on the seat, the bed bug crawls into the seat. You sit on the seat, the bed bug crawls into your shirt. You put your shirt down in the hotel room, now the bed bug's in your hotel room. And it happens all the time, and nobody ever thinks about it. People die in these hotel rooms. Nobody ever talks about it. People shoot horrible narcotics and do things with prostitutes. People do all sorts of things. Nobody ever talks about it. They cover it up. It gets buried in the news cycle. Nobody wants to tell you about these things that are happening in this city because it's glamorous, it's glitzy, and we want to keep it that way. And that's the way it'll always be. And that's okay. But I've seen cockroaches in front of every single property. You can't, like say, what's the two things? One thing that's going to survive the apocalypse is cockroaches. Well, probably that and bed bugs. And taxes. We'll probably have taxes after the apocalypse. I'm never leaving my house again. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, just stay locked in underneath a pile of coats and hope that no bed bugs are in them. What are you going to do? It's hot. And if I go back in here, I get struggles with the connection. So we got to try to brave it. But we can't. So let's see if we can keep the connection going inside because it's way too hot. Look at this. Look at how incredibly lame this is. The glass has broken right here. And they haven't bothered to fix any of the glass. Why would they? There's resources they won't spend. It's just waiting for somebody like this lady to step on it and fall and get glass embedded in her. That's such a shame. Little things like that shouldn't happen in this city when they have trillions of dollars of money flowing through it. Okay, back to the crystals. Oh, it's so nice that it's warm. Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, this is a new store called Low. All right. We got the Louis Vuitton with the amazing looking How nice is that? I'm gonna take a picture and send it to my friend Jay Bravo. He likes Louis Vuitton stuff. Eek. Ugh. Well, here's to the signal dying again. If it dies, I'll be back. You can leave, I understand, but you shouldn't, because I always get the signal back because I pay money to keep the signal going. Oh, this is some of the highest end shopping you'll ever see anywhere. So I looked it up, and I think this is the third highest price per square foot shopping in the United States. The first is going to be like Madison Avenue, and then there's an area in Chicago that's very expensive. Maybe Beverly Hills is third, or this is third.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What's your name?
Michael Patrick.
Michael Patrick. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
You're filming me? I have a YouTube channel called Not Leaving Las Vegas.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, you could probably look me up and get better footage than what you're doing with your camera. I
Maybe
didn't.
not.
I hope to not offend you. I didn't try to get you in my
Oh
frame.
no, I don't care.
Well, when people take a photo like this and they walk at me, it usually means I offended them, and that wasn't my intent.
No, I don't care. Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
have a great one. So let me guess, my signal died again. I'm guessing it did because I see the same chat 17 times. Oh, maybe it didn't. Back in the old days, the Fashion Show Mall was absolutely great. It's still great. I still really like the Fashion Show Mall. There's a little bit for everybody in the fashion show. They have a Louis Vuitton store and a Tiffany's. Oh, that's cool. They don't have like Prada and Gucci and Tom Ford and things such as this, but you know. No, I can. He was doing that because he didn't like me having the camera on him, and I tried to disarm him. I tried to disarm him with a smile. Put your camera on me. That don't bother me one bit. Is what it is. Okay, let's get out of here. So this is where the Harmon was. The Harmon Hotel, and now it's like called 68, I think it's called. I don't know why it's called 68. It's meant to be a little less money than what you find inside the shops we just came out of, and a little more money than what you see over here at the Miracle Mile shops. Oh, it's warm there, I tell you. Okay. Anyways, I'll post my link for the course 1K a day again. If you guys go to the front of the stream, the start, well, not the very start, but I did trade the markets with you guys live today. Showed you guys how you guys could do your base hits too. We traded a big gap down because of all the war in Iran. We made money when it went down. So you guys could possibly do the same thing. 1K a day. It's my, we call that my flagship. It's my flagship trading course. It's got 1,500 students. We show you guys how to get into the markets, paying prop firms instead of investing. It's not an investment course, so you can pay $100 to a prop firm after you learn how to trade the markets through paper trading. And once you pass their test, you could find yourself, you know, taking profits out of a prop firm, and along the way, learning a skill that nobody else can ever take away from you. So click the link, learn some more. There's a video on the page, testimonials, explanation of what it really takes financially and things like this. Collab with OG Geezer still on YouTube. That's cool. He's doing his thing, man. Good for him. Yeah, the big challenge, so you guys understand what's going on, I will let you know what's happening, okay? We're filming this on a expensive mic, an expensive gimbal, and an expensive phone, and an expensive postpaid, not prepaid, not Mint Mobile internet connection, right? So we go out into the heat, and then the heat, your phone has priorities. It's programmed to do certain things. When it gets to too hot of a temperature, It does something called throttling. All computer chips do something called throttling. But your phone doesn't just have one chip in it. Your phone has a chip to control the brains of the phone, that's most functions, but it also has a chip that controls the Wi-Fi. It has a control for the cellular connections. And when the phone gets very hot, those cellular connection chips slow down to stop generating as much microscopic heat. And when that happens, they stop connecting to the network as well as they could. And when that happens, we lose our connection. So we try to stay indoors during these times of the year. Try not to be outside if we don't have to. It's very difficult sometimes. So we got no volume for Bruce. I don't understand. Am I talking to nobody? I'm not joking. Let me go live. Oh, no, I can hear myself. Bruce is having a connection issue. So, yeah, I get it. Bruce is having an issue with the connection. You can't see or hear, but if he exits and comes back in, there's a good chance that all of that will go away. Sit here, watch the wheels go round and round. Yeah, you guys all hear me. How do those sphere screens cope in the heat? They're tiny little low energy LEDs. They don't have a computer chip inside of them. All that stuff in the sphere is going to be locked away behind things that generate lots of cooling, so you don't have to worry about the heat. So those are little clusters, they're little discs on the MSG sphere. When you get close enough to them, you see how basically unimpressive at close range. The tech is very unimpressive, but at long range, it looks absolutely gorgeous. But there's little clusters of circular LEDs that are all in a row, and then they form up a bigger picture. It's like, a mosaic, which is, a photo that's made of thousands of little photos. You get closer and closer, you see the actual parts of the picture. And that's how that works. And that's how it is. And now you know, and knowing is half the battle, as G.I. Joe once said, right? So we're going to chill in the Cosmo for a little bit and enjoy the fact that we're not battling the heat for just half a second. We'll take the back route into the Bellagio and go and take a look at the atrium next, so stay tuned for that. Mine is pausing for 1 second every 4 seconds. I don't know. Yeah, looks like I'm seeing a pause too. Thank you for Dan Howard for being a follower. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel, that would help a great deal. We're turning our audience over from people who just want to see Vegas stuff to people who want to talk about society, the economy, systems. I'm an Asperger's kid. I'm a systems thinker. I can go on a rant for however long. I'll be setting up that new service month to month so I can do really long chats with you guys, stuff that I can't put on the YouTube channel because it would kill it forever. And it's not a futures trading thing. It's just here's a thing, like topics, water in the desert, how living out here changes you, how, the bills are affected, society at large, these kinds of things. And I think it's really interesting. I like making them. They're 30 minutes, 20 minutes long, some of them. So, this is one place I've always wanted to try is Egg Slut. I think it's funny. This place is always busy up here. We have the food hall as well. We'll just set the camera down and chat with you guys while we watch the crowd in Vegas. I'm glad that I have so many people watching right now. I do these kinds of videos. I also do videos where it's standard uploads. They're only 12 minutes long. You can check my channel. I've been doing this for 7 years, guys. Last year, I started talking about the economy in Vegas, and I got a whole nother type of follower that was interested in what I had to say and learning. And so I love teaching. I think that it's important. I don't know everything. The stuff that I do know, I like to share with people. That's what I do out here. So let's go to your comments here on my other phone so I can read some of your comments back. You enjoy the content? Thanks, Mickey. Mickey's one of my students. Lurkers, we love you too. Thanks for being here. Hey guys, if you're new on the channel and you've never seen me before, or you're a lurker, can you say yes or type the letter Y in the chat? If you're new on the channel, say yes or type the letter Y in the chat. I love to say your name out loud and give you a shout out for free. Just a shout out for free. You didn't drink the tap water out there with all the nuclear stuff. Do you think drink tap water? There's no nuclear stuff. Everywhere is nuclear stuff. Did you know that if you go into the southwestern United States, once in a while Marcus says hi from Texas, and you pick up a rock in your backyard, it has a certain low-level radiation. All of it does. There's all sorts of trace elements and things. So yeah, the tap water out here is generally considered very good compared to other municipal water supplies. Do I drink it? No. I drink everything filtered because it tastes better, tastes more clean. People say the heat in Florida is worse than the desert, but I have no problem walking in the heat all day long at the beaches or a theme park. Seems the desert heat is much worse. I find it worse. Thank you, Steve, for the live stream. Cool. Rob Nice is new. Ken's 527 is new. Awesome. Nice to meet you guys. Subscribe. Be around for the updates. We do this a couple of times a week. I post my regular uploads. Atomic City. Vegas should have had World Cup games. Yeah, we don't really need World Cup games. You know, it's good for LA because then it drives people from all over the world to Los Angeles. But people from all over the world already come to Vegas. Gotta get it done says yes. Thank you for being in the chats. Guys want to get a free shout out? I don't do shout outs for donations. I will read it if you send me a super chat, but please don't send me a super chat. I have enough money. I just want to, I have people that enter into a proper student-teacher relationship. And I like, that's a relationship maybe we'll have someday. I don't know. But I'll say your shout out for no reason, just because I love you. Jerry says not new. Student, thank you for being a student. G3 PowerBook's not new. 34 Jack's not new to the stream. And I'm a student, just don't really type much. Thanks 34 for being a student. I got a lot of students watching. Mr. Duffy's not new, but he's here. Hello. Lamont is here. LA has the Olympics coming. It does. Wow, just hit 340 on the down bar. Boom! Is it still trending down? Are you serial? What's up there, Orbits? Orbits is a big fan. Wasn't that a type of Canadian drink? What's going on with the charts? Shot. Oh my gosh. Hey, look, if you're trading this, I want you to be really careful. Do you see what it's doing right now? Guys, it's consolidating. Pay attention, kids. You shouldn't really be trading this. This is what we call a frickin' barcode. This is bad to trade. I teach you this in the course. Guys, you shouldn't be trading this right now. It's not good. It's not a good thing to trade. Watch. I'll show you what you're going to look for here, okay? Pay close attention, kids. It's between the purple lines that I drew a month ago. See that box? It's got to break out of that box. Guys, don't. Come on. I'm glad you made money, but walk away. Don't trade this until it breaks underneath the green box or above the green box. And if it breaks above the green box, go in when it goes above that yellow line and get out before it hits that yellow line. Draw a fib. Oh my gosh. I teach people how to click buttons on this chart and make money, guys. They're making money, but they're doing a dangerous thing, and I don't want to see them lose money. Orbits, I gave you a shout out. I said thanks for watching. So be careful. If you want to learn how I teach people how they can turn a chart like that into possibly, I don't know, $100 a day, maybe one day you can pay your rent with this. Go click on the link, get 1K a day. It's a 24-hour-long course that's broken down into simple, anybody can understand it, modules. Anybody can trade these markets. You don't need thousands of dollars to invest because I don't do investments. You use a prop firm, it's $100. You take a test, earn $3,000 in the markets after you've practiced. Now you could actually maybe make money in your own bank account. That's how it works. That's how I support my channel. Orbits, you think I'm making fun of you? You need to stop that. Nobody's making fun of you, bro. Nobody's making fun of you, brother. We're all friends here, man. We love you. You love us, we love you. Yeah, that's a barcode. You don't trade barcodes. Anyways, back to the programming here. Yeah, if you guys want to learn that, go watch the video, see if it's for you. Use the code 712. You get it for $229.97. You own it for the life. I got to do some more videos this week on prop firm stuff because I had some people that were unclear on some things. What's up, Night Moves? Working on a night move. You can do. You can trade the U.S. markets from pretty much any country. Only countries that hate us, or countries where there's like a lot of online criminality, can't trade. So almost any country can trade, really. I mean, here's the restricted countries, okay? These measures are in place. So, like, if you guys live in Bosnia, or like Angola, or maybe you live in Rwanda, you're in Vietnam, Zimbabwe, Somalia, South Africa, South Sudan, Mozambique. Mozambique was once Constantinople. I didn't know this, but then I learned that even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why'd they change it? I can't say. I guess they just liked it better that way. What did I just do? I think market opening and closing are the best times to trade. I agree with you. What did I just do? Did anybody get the reference? Anyway, Lamont knows. The shadow knows. The shadow knows. Let's go see a new view. Is there anybody at the Marquee Day Club today? Nope, not really. Bum, 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 bum. Let's go over to the Block 16, the food hall. Yeah, they don't want traders in Vietnam. That's unfortunate, man. You know why? Because there's a high level of online criminality. Not everybody in those countries are criminals, but there's a high level of criminality in those countries and a lot of government control. And they don't want government-controlled countries. Like, you got to remember, Vietnam is still a communist country. It's open to capitalism by way of tourism, but still a communist country, man. So they block that off. It's like, you don't have freedom. We don't want you to trade our U.S. markets. 'Tis what it is, I think. Here we are. Block 16. That'll be a treat. Block 16. Here I am while you eat. Let's go back to your comments while I sit here on a chair and just not be on my legs. Why I got mad? Dude, I didn't get mad. I'm not going to respond to you. I love you, Orbits. You're fine. You're good in my books, but you're too worried about what other people think about you. Asian markets open at 5. Ooh, another chance for you guys to get in there, huh? Portuguese owned by Mozambique. I thought a Portuguese was geese sitting on a porch, which is a Family Guy joke. I fall asleep to what did I fall asleep to last night? Oh, old Simpsons episodes, season 3 to 5. Up until season 8, The Simpsons was great. China Poblano is one of the best restaurants in Vegas. Cool. How did they allow the Jockey Club not to be torn down? Oh, that's a great question. So to answer your question, let's take a look at the maps. I want to show you guys something. By the way, Apple Maps is so rad on iPhone iOS 27. It's ridiculously detailed and amazing, and it just destroys Google Maps. At least for Vegas. So take a look at this. I'll show you something cool. Okay. So let me get my phone in focus here, so I can see what we're looking at. So here's the strip, right? So I'm gonna go here. So here's the strip, and if I rotate this, you're gonna see. How do I rotate again? Yeah, we rotate. We rotate. So see right down there. That's the Jockey Club. Those two buildings, right? So there's the Cosmopolitan Towers. We're sitting inside at the base of this tower right now, basically. And that's the Jockey Club, these two towers. You might be saying, how come those exist? Why is it that the Cosmopolitan literally wraps around these two? See? See how the Cosmopolitan wraps around it? Just like that. Well, the reason that happened was because the Jockey Club started off not as a timeshare, but as deeded property where you bought a thing and you permanently owned it forever. And a lot of those owners never sold. They still own it. So there's a rumor, and you'll never prove it, that Frank Sinatra owned the Jockey Club back in the day or something. Let's go have a proper sit. So there's a rumor that Frank Sinatra owned a unit there. Hi. Let's get you guys have, what do you have sparkling for water? You have sparkling water, right?
I do have a Pelican.
That's fine. Look at that. So yeah, there's a rumor that Frank Sinatra owned a condo unit there and just owned it outright. That's it. So I don't know if that's true. Let's move this camera a little bit over here. We're not taking up much space, I don't think. Thank you. Oh. I went to Jockey Club Timeshare. You went to the tour? I used to promote the Jockey Club Timeshare back in the day. I used to promote that. I would stand in front of the Bellagio. I'll tell you guys a funny story about that in a minute here. Oh, okay. I'll tell you a funny story about that in a minute here. It was this guy that got kicked out of the I'm gonna keep the pen. You get a collection of casino pens the more time you spend in the on the strip. He got kicked out from promoting the Jockey Club timeshare. He would lie to everybody. It was horrible. It was terrible. Student here, you haven't responded. Really? Can you resend the email right now and I can verify that I see it? If you're Los Angeles, I want you to resend the email right now so I can see it, so I can mark an alarm on it, because I don't want to miss student emails. Sometimes it happens. Remember you? Oh, it's a Jockey in Vancouver. Is Jockey Club a dump? The rooms are really nice inside, actually. You did the Jockey Club tour because of the heat? What do you think of YouTubers reviewing restaurants who pay their bill? Zero trust. Once a restaurant pays your bill, does that actually happen? Let me ask you. I don't know if it does. Before I launch into a tirade, are there people getting their bill paid? Sorry, hi. Do you have salt? Salt? She said no salt. Yeah, that's fine. Are there really people doing that? Are there really people that are reviewing stuff and getting their bill wiped out and comped? Yes or no? Tell me in the chats for that, because I need to know. Oh, she had to walk to another place. Oh, man. I didn't know you had to go over there. Thank you. They're emphasizing world vacation benefits. Sure they will. What's up, Steven? I've read your email, which is rare. Don't think you should. Oh, my PayPal with my Patreon content, unless those 60 viewers are paying worth your time and effort. Wilson, I'm going to be transitioning away from that to a separate thing on Teachable, where I'm going to do like actual real content, an hour, like 20 to 40 minutes every single week, and we're going to do live streams. It's going to be different. You're so techie, but don't pay with your watch phone Apple Pay. Well, I don't have Apple Pay on this phone like I do, but I haven't set it up yet. And I really I don't use the watch. I don't know. This arm is weird because I had my surgery on it, so I never thought of using the watch, really. I just don't use it. But Night Move says yes. I just resent forwarded. Let me look for it right now so I can see it, and I can mark it, and I can make sure that you get a response. Ugh, hot, man. Oh, we had another person that got into 1K a day. That would be Mr. M. Welcome, Mr. M, to 1K a day. You can see it right there. Use our code from today, 712. Congratulations. Okay, I'm going to go down to my special email. Oh, okay, I see you. Good. I'm going to hold up. How do I mark this for read later? Come on. Go here, tap the three dots, snooze until later today. No. Pick a date and time. Yes, later today, but not when they want it. And then time, custom. There we go. There we go. Good. I'm sorry I missed your email. I'm glad you got it in front of me. I don't want to ever have people not get answered. I have to get it with my students. I usually do it right away. I have my wallet stolen by a homeless man on the Charleston and Maryland. Be careful. Charleston and Maryland is one of the worst spots in the city. You should not be out there. It's dangerous. So yeah, the Jockey Club, right? Deeded property in the middle. So when you're building the Cosmopolitan, you literally have to just wrap the building around the Jockey Club. And now they have a special deal that if you're a Jockey Club owner, there's a special parking part in the Cosmopolitan that you get to avail on the third floor. All the parking is below us. Here, this is a compact resort, so there's a special entranceway for Jockey Club, special parking spots, and they give you a special permit. But I promoted that for years. I saw the guy that blanked two people out at Wendy's by Silverton 90s. Okay. Sean Williams, you're not wrong. It is better with Apple Pay because it creates a virtual card number. Let's see here. Give me a topic. Give me a thing to talk about. We're sitting at this place called the Teca Bar over at Cosmopolitan. Stephen, my reason for not watching your Patreon content, which I'm sure are great, is the hassle of yet another app. Like don't do Rumble. I agree, Wilson. There's friction there. Sin City Manny get the Sin City Manny get the DEA penalty, not drug enforcement. We'll get to that. Tom says, student here, I wrestle with fear of missing out and greed while trading, not sure how to remedy this. I mean, look, man, there's a really good book called Psycho-Cybernetics. I believe I recommended in the course. Get the updated version of Psycho-Cybernetics. It'll teach you how your relationship with money is. It'll show you where you're coming from. Because if you don't understand where you're coming from and how your background is explaining to you how you treat money now, that fear of missing out and the greed might be showing up in other parts of your life too. And you need to understand what happened to you when you were younger, formed patterns in your brain. That's going to be running in your brain forever if you don't get on top of it. So it's really rough. I understand. So Psycho-Cybernetics helped me. I think you can find it for free on YouTube. But just understand that there's two parts of Psycho-Cybernetics. There's two editions. There's a very old edition written in the 30s, which is very hard to read. And then there's a newer edition that's a lot easier, written in the 90s. Would you recommend retirement people move to Las Vegas? Absolutely. This is a great place to retire. It's dry. Thank you for the super chat. It's dry. There's tons of ways to spend your money. If your kids don't care about you, you can spend all of their money that you were going to give to them and treat yourself in life. All the concerts you ever wanted to see are likely here. All the restaurants you ever wanted to do are already here. All the spas you ever wanted to treat yourself are here. And if you don't have the money to move to Vegas and do all those things, it's still dry. All right. So, will Sin City Manny get the you-know-what penalty? Probably. If you guys don't know what happened, when it happened months ago, almost a year ago, I didn't talk about it. I didn't want to get YouTube clicks because of a tragic event that happened. There were some channels that did. It's showing me the same super chat twice. Okay, good. It's only one super chat. And so it happened a year ago, and I'll talk about it now. I met Manny and his wife. So here's what happened, if you're not familiar with the case. A YouTuber was having an argument and an online feud with another YouTuber, essentially. There was a guy named Finn the Legend or something, and he made content that specifically called out other YouTubers and talked about YouTube drama. Now, I will tell you right now, can you all thank Joshua Hughes for his $5 super chat, by the way? I still accept super chats. I just don't solicit them. You don't need to send them to me. I still select Cash App. I still take Cash Apps. So most of you don't have the donation link anymore and PayPal's and stuff. So there's a channel right now that does exactly this. All he does is make content about other YouTubers. Puts them down, calls out their faults. He's done it on me. He's done it on lots of other channels. What's the worst hated YouTuber? I'm on that list. That's an active channel. Finn the Legend was another active channel that did this kind of stuff. He would call out YouTubers, and he had a big problem with this channel called Sin City Manny. To the point where the audience that watched Finn, this guy named Finn and his wife, they started going over to Sin City Manny, who only did live streams and supported his whole family with live streams this way. And they relied on donations and super chats because live streams don't turn any kind of money on ads. You can't make live stream ads. I mean, if I turn my noise isolation on right now, you won't hear any of the music above me. But that's the only way. And you won't like the audio because the ads don't like music. It's complicated. So I'm really tired and I'm trying to get my sodium back up. I poured salt in this, so excuse me while I try to bash through what happened. So this online feud ramps up and ramps up and ramps up to a point where now these two streamers, this guy Finn doesn't live here. He lives in Arizona, but he comes into town and he streams. And then he sits in Arizona in his studio making this content, calling out Manny, calling out everything Manny does. He starts to copyright strike Manny. Now Manny can't make money on YouTube, can't take super chats. Now Manny's family is like, and to him, I can only imagine to his eyes, now his money is under attack. And when you attack a person's money, that causes major problems for a lot of people. So then they start having real life altercations in Las Vegas when Finn comes to Vegas. Now we're getting to a point where there's like assault charges and all this stuff. Gets to a point where I don't know who did what, but one of the audience bases starts to dox the wife of one of the other audience bases and calls their work and tries to get them fired. So now there's a double down attack on the money. And it comes to a head where Manny somehow just loses it. And he starts doing live streams, riding around in his car, saying things like, you don't come into my city. You know, like, this is not, it's not Los Angeles. Like, my city, what is this, right? And last year, at some point, Manny took a weapon and ended Finn and his wife's life in front of the Bellagio fountains while they were on a live stream. This is what I mean when I say you guys might, if you talk smack about another channel, I don't want to hear it. Because to me, like, this is just me, okay? I have a platform, right? I have a responsibility on this platform to make sure that we don't ramp up the rhetoric too much. And if I ramp up the rhetoric too much and I let you get up too much into it, it causes a mass psychosis event in some people's minds. I see the best of humanity and the worst of humanity by the lens of this chat. And I don't want to have that happen. So like that other channel that's out there right now and all they do is attack, I just know I know where it can lead, and I saw where it led. So the question here was whether or not Sin City Manny will get the you-know-what penalty for taking 2 lives in front of the Bellagio fountains. And I'm going to tell you the same thing I told my wife, which was that if he had done it anywhere else in Vegas, the answer will be no. They'll give him 25 years, consecutive sentences, 50 years. He'll get out of prison when he's in his 80s. He'll at least see his kids during that time if they want to see him. But because he did it on the Las Vegas Strip in front of the Bellagio, I think the answer is yes. I think the answer is yes. I think that the district attorney is going to come down as hard as they possibly can on him and is going to make an extreme example out of him as a warning to other people not to bring their dirty laundry into the tourist district where these things happen. Because at the end of the day, there's a precedent that was set by John F. Kennedy about Las Vegas. You know? You guys want to hear that? You guys want to hear about John F. Kennedy? I mean, I'll give you that example if you want. Tell me in the chats. What? Is that governor? I'm gonna look it up because I don't know the name of the. I think I know the name, but I don't know if it's Sawyer or Sandoval. It was Sawyer. Okay. So yes to the JFK. All right. I need you guys though to subscribe to the channel right now. If you're digging this is me. This is me. I'm authentic. I like stories. I like history. I like society. I like economics. I like fans. I like finance. I love Las Vegas. Subscribe. Come back for more later. Throw me a like. Those are free things. They don't cost you a penny. YouTube will know I'm doing a good job. So the precedent for what they're going to probably do to Manny, it goes all the way back to the 1960s. And it goes back to John F. Kennedy and his brother Bobby Kennedy and how much they hated organized crime. See, in the 1950s and going back as far as the 50s, of course, Vegas was organized crimeville, right? I'm going to move this because we have people next to us. Vegas was all about organized crime. And the mobsters, they ran the show. And Bobby Kennedy, he headed up, I believe it was the CIA or the FBI, after his brother was elected as president of the United States. And he wanted to just go in and make an example. He had all the power to do it, the backing of the federal government. And at the time, the Nevada governor, Grant Sawyer, and there's the Grant Sawyer building downtown. That's how important this governor was to the state. He got wind of this plan by the Kennedys to come in and just start arresting mobsters left, right, and center in the casinos on a Friday night. And he had to put a stop to it. So what he did was he made a private request to John F. Kennedy, the president of the United States. And he went and visited with John F. Kennedy, and he promised John F. Kennedy that he would deal with organized crime in Vegas in his own way. But whatever you do, you cannot send the FBI, the CIA, you can't send these people into the casinos in Vegas and drag these mafiosos out, because what will it do? It'll destroy the image of Las Vegas as a safe place. Right now, he argued, we have controlled chaos. It's safe. But the minute you go and it's on the cover of newspapers, it would be on the LA Times, the Washington Post. Back in the 60s, it would be on, Walter Cronkite would be talking about it on the nightly news. The radio would have it. It would be a big expose. There would be federal cases. That would paint such a negative mark in the eyes of the public that nobody would ever come to Vegas. So the story ends up with corporate ownership of the buildings and the casinos, because they managed to change the gaming laws so businesses could own casinos, and the businesses, as the federal government in the back way started putting the screws to the mobsters with RICO cases and federal tax evasion and things like this, pressured them to leave the industry. But that's where we're at right now. You want me to hit on the broad next to me? Wow. That's insane. Why would I? I'm married, so there's probably that. You guys are weird, man. You guys are weird. I should show her that you said that and just out you right in front of her. Did you delete that? You didn't delete your comment. No, you said hit on the broad next to you. That is insanity. Anyways. But now look what's happening, right? Look what's happening. Look what you're not seeing in the last 2 years. You've seen ice raids in Los Angeles. You've seen ice raids in Dallas. You've seen ice raids in Chicago, in Boston, in New York City. One thing you'll never see in Las Vegas on the Las Vegas Strip is an ice raid. Ever. And it goes back to that 1960s intervention. I can almost guarantee it. I can almost guarantee it. Right now, we'll never see that kind of stuff in Vegas just because of that. Because they know. There's an unspoken rule that you don't mess with the image of Vegas. And no matter what you do, you keep it looking like it's safe. Scott says lurker. Okay. Why is that insane? Because I've been married for 22 years, dog. I just texted my wife and took a photo to show her that I'm on this stream. I love my marriage. Sometimes. Most of the time. Sometimes nobody likes the marriage. Sometimes she loves it. Sometimes she hates it. That's the way marriage goes. It's a bond that lasts forever. Sometimes I got to throw up my hands and just say that God's got this. That's how you do it sometimes. It's okay, God, to get it done. You're fine, bro. Now you know. They came from my cleaning lady. Oh, that's a shame, man. Love the history. Thanks, Bill. I appreciate you. We got 400 people watching. We're out here at the Teca Bar at the Cosmopolitan, drinking my salt packet San Pellegrino that I paid $6.50 for. $8.50 after the tip. Yeah, man, I'll see if you can still catch a fish, so to speak. Oh, I got no moves, dude. Girls don't like me. I'm a nerd. I'm sure she can hear me. She's not a stupid person. She's not deaf, dumb, and blind. She knows what's going on. Steven, when you are married, all the women want you all of a sudden. Not me, bro. Hit the like button. Anyways, give me a topic. Maybe I'll talk about it. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Apparently there's a hacker conference in Vegas early August. Looks like I will not be coming. Why would you not come? 54 years together. That's good. Good for you, Rich. That's awesome, bro. One of the standing rules at the original MGM Grand Hotel was that any high-level authority intervention had to be planned and completed privately. Exactly. Vegas has a way of burying the news. Do I remember the theme of The Wizard of Oz? Of course I do. I came here in 95 and 96 back in the day. You're paper trading right now? Good for you, bro. We made $500 earlier on the stream. Got a lot of good deals on water today. $6.50. You guys think that's a good deal? I don't know. I don't care how much things cost. I paid $11.50 at Caesars for water twice last week. Tell us, you ever swing trade futures or only day trade? We scalp. My whole course is a scalping course, FX Trader. It's a scalping course. It's designed to teach people how to get in and out quick hits. I would visit Las Vegas again. Well, that sounds good. You should. If you guys want to learn more about my course, you guys want to get in for the lowest price it's going to be, because it only goes up from here. $229.97. Go watch the videos. Go get the information. If it's a good fit for you, then you guys can be learning a skill that nobody can ever take from you. That sounds good to me. Then I'll be helping you guys out. Oh, man. It's getting tiresome, man. So you guys can give me topics. Otherwise, we're just people watching at this point. That's one thing I should encourage you to do a little bit more, you know? When you guys come out, I encourage you to people watch in a place like Vegas. Put the phone down for a minute. Put the phone down and just watch how people interact. I mean, look at the couple over here, right? You got this nice young couple. You can learn about a lot about body language. She's looking at the menu right now. She's looking at the prices on the menu right now. Almost guarantee you. My offers from Caesars are better forever. Caesars has been juicing Caesars has been juicing the financials. Okay, if you have a player on your sports ball team and you want to get a good trade for him, what you'll do is you'll make that guy look really, really good, and then you'll try to deal him because you can get the best ROI to ROI. You can get the best return, right? So if you're Caesars right now and you're looking to close was it a $17 billion deal with other people's money, or you're Tillman Fertitta, and you want to close a $17 billion deal with OPM, other people's money, and you're Caesars and you really want the deal to close, you lower your prices, you offer more deals, you offer more comps, you get as much people into the properties as you possibly can for the next 15 to 30 days, and then the money stays in place and everybody's happy that if they give money to Tillman, they're buying a good thing. What are your thoughts about flock cameras? Oh man, I just made a whole video yesterday about this for my new monthly thing that I'm doing. I did a 23-minute long video on flock cameras and about casinos and about AI technology, but I don't have anything to let you subscribe to yet. I'm building that out. What I think on a short about flock cameras, first of all, there's nothing we can do about flock cameras. The Metro Police Department operates 200 of them. They were donated by a wealthy guy who has a $1 billion business. He spent millions of dollars to give them to the police. So even if the people out here don't like them, we have to live with them. Flock cameras are one of the most frightening and scary things in the history of mankind. The amount of data they track on a car will keep you up at night once you actually learn about it. And the way that casinos are using machine learning and AI algorithms is going to push their profits through the roof. And I covered that in the video that's going into my new product, my new monthly, and that's all I will say about it. And it's going to be in there. I have a topic about Vegas casinos. Do the casinos only want wealthy gamblers nowadays because of financial pressure to increase profits? It seems that way. I would imagine so. I mean, it's a math calculation, right? So here's your math calculation, right? Watch. Here, I'll draw it out for you. Okay. My handwriting is bad. Here's your math calculation. You ready, kids? Does anybody get it? Here's the top. Here's a volume business. You have 1 million customers that profit you $1. You've made $1 million. On the bottom, we have our high-end business. You have one customer that profits you $1 million. You have $1 million. My question to you is, we're going to label these A and B, okay? So here's my question to you. A or B? Which one's harder? Which one's more difficult, A or B? You're going to get to the same result. Which one of these is harder? Tell me in the comments below. Type A or B into the comments. Which one is more difficult, A or B? Go ahead. That's your task right now. Tell me. A, B. I got 3 answers. We have 2 A's and a B. Come on. A. I got 3 A's. Anybody else? I got 3 A's and a B. I got 2 A's and a B. I got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 B's. Okay. So most of you guys think that the top up here is more difficult. You think this is harder. You think this is harder because of this. But realistically, it's actually easier to do this than it is this. But these are relatively the same. If you want to turn your business into a volume business, this is not any more difficult than this. You have to network yourself right to get this customer. You have to just advertise yourself enough to get this customer. This is not hard. All you do is you get into Facebook ads and you market to a certain demographic and you create your prices, and then these people start showing up in your business. To do this one right here, this is actually a lot harder. You've got to attract that one special player to give you $1 million. This is easier than this. Don't worry about this number right here. These people, this person, this volume that pays this, they're everywhere. It's the bottom one that they want to attract. And they're doing a great job of it. So if you only have to provide one experience versus a million experiences, now you have an easier time providing that one-of-a-kind experience to people. They're catering to the higher end of the market. Can't maintain millionaires as much as you can maintain just regular people. Why not? There's 1,300 millionaires minted every day in America. It's like 400,000 of them a year. How's that working out for Walmart? They just announced another round of layoffs. Walmart's laying people off. Are we forming a bear flag? If so, can you draw it here? I don't know. A bear flag? I already showed you. I'm guessing the chart looks exactly the same as it did before. Let me see. Oh yeah. No, it's just a consolidation. See, I told you not to trade this, didn't I, guys? I told you, I said, don't trade this. This is a barcode. You can't trade this. And it hasn't broken down out of the square. Just form a box, wait for a consolidation, set an alert at the bottom, set an alert at the top, set one slightly above or top. I show you this in 1K a day. But it's likely moving back up at some point. I'm not telling you to go long, but I'm just telling you the markets don't stay down for that long. I like Vegas with less people. Too crowded, it's not fun. Oh, these people never showed up. I can move my camera back. Oh, now there's new people coming. That's okay. Okay. Walmart got enough greeters. Expected loss formula. They don't even have greeters at my Walmart. They have angry people that check receipts. The expected loss formulas are fascinating. Casinos want you to play longer, so the expected loss is likelier. Yeah, that's it. On a long enough timeline, we all end up at zero. In a K-shaped economy, it is hard to get a million people. Yeah, because the people aren't in the middle part of the economy like they used to be. It's much more difficult. Let's see here. Vegas wants a riffraff out. If you're selling Birkin bags, make less, charge more. You can't maintain millionaires. See, and I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. B is harder, but A buys more food, pays for parking, and pays resort fees. I don't believe in that either. The casino's profit margins are very, very slim. So, I don't know. It's a long conversation to have. Japan opens up in half an hour. That's your best opportunity for movement. Got a bunch of traders on my stream. Depends on the business plan and what you're selling. Make an item that is needed in an area that is not being made. Eliminates shipping and the sale of the item for less than take over the territory, AB. Yeah, but we're talking just about like Vegas as a service, as an experience, you know? Wall Street tells me to go long. I don't see a setup for going long. I see a barcode, and it could drop further. It depends on what happens right now. See, you're on X, right? You follow this guy named Walter Bloomberg on X, and you go look at his posts. And here's his posts right now. Here, look at this. Over the last 24 hours, around 20 commercial vessels have transited through the Strait of Hormuz in coordination with the U.S. military. These are things that are good. IRGC forces fired at commercial shipping in the last hour. That's crazy. Walter Bloomberg, go follow him on X. Guy next to you wants to be part of the show. We're going to get out of here. We're going to walk somewhere. Yeah, but A versus B. You got to just look at everything like that, you know? Man, that sodium is hitting, I feel like a human again. Due to investors that treat COPC like a casino. I don't know enough about that. I'm not an investor, but I'll ask Jay Bravo about COPC. Up, up, up. I know, right? You live dangerously. You're probably buying $100 million of positions in the Dow right now. The average limit, high limit tables, patron in Vegas is $50,000 to $100,000 USD, and Monte Carlo is 1 million euros. That is insanely different. That is where Vegas would love to be someday. So again, once you sign the check, you got your pen, says the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas on it. You got all your free souvenirs. I keep the pens around because I always try to keep one in my bag because I need one in the future. I always empty my bag out. The strategic reserve is on life support. Yeah, we're done for an oil. You guys know things are going to get more expensive, right? If you don't think they're going to get more expensive, where the heck are you? That's some insane stuff. You got to understand this. We're going to walk to the back part of the Bellagio because it's very hot. And I don't want to get caught by the heat. By the way, have you subscribed to the channel yet? We do walks like this. And we talk about society and the economy and finances and Vegas and all sorts of interesting things that you may have missed. If you guys enjoy this, let me know in the chat. So it'd be much appreciated, much obliged. You're a pen thief. You gonna buy me a Mont Blanc pen? Gonna buy me a $500 pen, bro? It's Mont Blanc, right? That's the expensive pens. All right, we gotta get to where. Oh, we're going in the wrong way if we're going to Bellagio. You get Dollar Tree pens? They don't write that good. Dollar Tree pens kind of blow. I watched this video on, see, and I actually talked about that today. It's like that mental mindset, that trap. Like, I can't go into Dollar Tree anymore. My wife and I spent the first 20 plus years of our marriage having to shop at the 99-cent only store. And I knew it was a scam. Dollar stores are a scam. Do you guys understand that dollar stores are a scam? Do you want to know why the dollar store is a scam? Say yes if you want to know why the dollar store is a scam and how it's playing a game on your mind. This is something I'm going to be putting on the membership side of things because I talked about this in the video today. But let me know. Yes, okay. So here's why it's a scam. Like the dollar store, Dollar Tree, they get big enough and they understand that consumers are constantly doing math calculations in their head, right? But there's a study that was done at Stanford, I think it was, or Harvard, or one of these big Ivy League schools. And they showed that when people are under extreme money stress, they're actually under a constant barrage of psychological distress, okay? They can't think straight. They don't make good decisions financially. They make impulsive decisions. They buy stupid things. They don't make logical decisions. So the companies that run dollar stores, they know this, right? They know that if they price a bottle of Tide laundry detergent at just $3.99, people will buy it because it's $3.99. They're not buying it for any other reason that it's $3.99. It fits the budget. So like, for example, right? Sometimes you live in a city where there's no other option. Dollar General is all you got. You got to shop at Dollar General, or you shop at the big grocery store, and grocery store prices are always inflated. But if you live in a bigger market with 100,000 people and there's a Target or a Walmart, you go to the Target or the Walmart. You look at the thing on the shelf. Now, when you're under extreme amounts of psychological stress because of your money situation, all you see is that it's $9 or whatever it costs for the Tide. What you're missing is this. $3.99 will get you 20 washes, maybe, at the dollar store. 20 loads. That's only if you use the smallest amount. The reality is that the $10 bottle at the Walmart will give you 72 loads. So we've gone from 20 for $3.99 to just a little more than 50% more for the price, and you're getting way more in terms of what you could actually use of the product. So the dollar store understands this, so they go to Tide, they go to Swiss Miss. Swiss Miss was the worst. My wife loves Swiss Miss hot chocolate. It's cold, it's winter. Hubby, can you make me Swiss Miss? She likes it with half the water, so it's more chocolatey. It's great. We used to go to the 99-cent only store when that was still a thing. Now they're out of business. You used to buy Swiss Miss. You get 6 things for $1. 6 hot chocolates for $1. Then it was 6 hot chocolates for $1.50. Now with inflation, probably be 6 for $2. But you go to Walmart, the exact same product, Swiss Miss hot chocolate. You buy it for $3 and you get a pack of 12, right? Like you're getting it for, not 12, sorry, how many? 18, my bad. So you're getting more product. So that makes the dollar store option bad when it's $1.99 for 6. But you're getting 12 or 18 or however many it was. So they make these specialized, special price SKUs so they can put them in the dollar stores so people just buy more. And they're running on this treadmill and they can't get off the treadmill, which is why I keep telling you guys, find something you can do. I don't care if it's just 50 bucks. All you need is $50 a day. All you need is $50 a day, 5 days a week. If you can make $50 a day, 5 days a week, right? 50 times 5 times 4. That would bring you an extra $1,000 of breathing room in your life. $50 is not hard to make. You can deliver food. You can make cookies and sell them. Although, I don't know how much cookies you have to sell. You can do something. You can shovel sidewalks in the wintertime. You can do something, right? You just have to grind. You have to make a little bit more so you can make better decisions. And then when you can buy the better product with, way per cost per use, now you're saving a ton of money, That's what I tell you guys. But anyway, that's why I tell people, like I had that one guy on 1K a day. I met him a couple of weeks ago on the live stream. He hugged me. His name was Michael. He's like, I'm making $50 a day, 15 minutes. Changed my life. It doesn't sound life-changing, but it really can be. Because if you did that, if you could do that, it's a $12,000 a year raise you gave yourself. Anyways, click the link if you want to get in. You want to learn the skill. I showed you earlier how to trade the markets. I've been going back to them. It's, it's a one-time thing. I haven't been at a dollar store in over 20 years. There you go. Even $3 would have got me 24 loaves when I started working. Ouch. Some don't have 2 liters, only have 1 liters. Dollar store stuff is good for traveling. They focus on shrinkflation. The same size soda is cheaper, so it defeats your theory. What, it defeats my theory that I can pay just 50% more and get 75% more product? I don't really think that defeats my theory, but hey, I love you for your comment. Thank you so much. There you go. Yeah, you got to look at the unit price. You got to understand, these are ways they trick you. These are ways they have you. They know you're buying emotionally. They know that you're doing things because you're trying to hit a budget. And I understand you have a budget, but it's just a little tweak in your mindset. But they want you to be scared. They want you to be paralyzed oh my gosh, how am I going to make ends meet? Meanwhile, inflation's just going up and up and up. It's crazy, man. I was watching this thing on satellite TV, C-band, right? You remember those big satellite dishes from back in the day? You could pick up any cable channel and you could watch broadcasts of, news reporters eating their lunch before the feed started. And one guy on this news report from 2020 on C-band satellite, he was in New York and he said he paid $3,000 in 1983 for his satellite. Do you know what that's worth today? 1984, $3,000 with inflation is worth $9,800 today. $9,800 in that short period of time. That's insane. That's an insane amount of inflation. I mean, even in the last 7 years, right? Something that cost $100 7 years ago is now worth $130. And it compounds on top of itself. If you're doing nothing, you have to do something. At Dollar Tree is like the last place to buy TGI Fridays potato skins, jalapeno chips. Gold was $400 an ounce. Now it's what, 40 something, 4,000 at its peak last year, 4,500 I think, 46. I'm not sure. And now we're at Bellagio without having to go out into the fire. Gotta love it. We came up here, that's where we lost our whole stream. I'm glad I stuck around because we managed 427 beautiful souls. Whew. $5 is the new $1. That's it, buddy. McDonald's is like in trouble. Nobody can afford to go there. They don't think of the values. I mean, I get it, man. I'm gonna go home and make steak tonight. Do it with my $100 Chef IQ probe. It's fun. You and a lot of people have learned to. You and a lot of people have learned to shop at a dollar store. Not to shop at a dollar store. Yeah. I don't collab with anybody else in Vegas. I don't really even have a Vegas channel. I mean, look at all the things we've covered on this channel. It's like a bastardized Frankenstein version of things that I threw together over the last year. I don't fit in with them. That's fine. There's people in Vegas that cover finance and stuff. It'd be fun to do stuff with them. Maybe one day I'll do something on Jay Bravo's channel. He's in Vegas now. But he's much bigger than me. I don't have the audience he does. Costco is the extreme opposite of the dollar store. I shop at Sam's Club. I buy things at Sam's Club, mostly meats. I buy steaks and stuff from there. I try to eat steak most nights if I can. You know, I gotta go home and cook. I'm not really looking forward to that. Medieval woman. We're gonna have one more look at the markets for my students and for anybody who's curious. We have to find a place to sit. It's pretty packed out here, actually. Don't timeshare people tell you that the hotel price will go up at some timeshare? You need to keep prices low, but they don't tell you about the maintenance fees. They do. The good ones. Not all timeshares are the same, just so you guys know. Like if you go to a Marriott timeshare presentation, from what I've heard, their contracts have a big black thick borderline. It says read this about canceling. So they're very upfront about cancellations. And then I've heard of timeshare companies in Vegas that I won't name who have had agents take incredibly sharp razor blades and cut the cancellation page out of the agreement. That's what I've been told. Won't name anybody for legal reasons. So not all timeshare salespeople are the same. Marriott has a timeshare program. Hilton has a timeshare program. Some of them are a little more virtuous than others, but all of them are bad investments in terms of investments because they're not investments. Timeshare is not an investment. Timeshare is a luxury product. If you bought a Mercedes-Benz and thought that you were buying an investment, congratulations, you're not a very smart person. Or the salesperson that sold it to you really pulled the wool over your eyes. The same way that a timeshare is not an investment. There was a case that went through the Federal Trade Commission with a Vegas timeshare company in the last few years that I won't name. They were caught recorded on phones during the presentation, telling people that this is like an investment and it will go up over time. That is not how timeshares work. They depreciate. You pay fees. The fees go up over time. You're buying a luxury product. What's up, buddy? It's all right. No, it's YouTube. Yep.
Live stream?
Yep, live stream.
Don't let anyone tell you can't record.
Oh, you can't? No.
Public space.
Oh, you think so? You think this is?
Yeah, you can record.
No, you can't.
Oh, this is private then.
Do you want to know what the truth is? I was out here during COVID. It was all shut down.
Yeah.
Not more than me and a homeless guy and a jogger.
Yeah.
I went to the front of this building.
And no way.
You know that part where you cross and you think you're at the traffic light?
Yeah.
I had the biggest, burliest ex-Iraqi Project Freedom vet security guard come out and kick me off.
That's insane.
I went home because I'm like, damn it, I'm on a traffic stop.
It should be public.
No, what they do out here, the casinos get with the county and they draw these lines. Imagine it's 200 years ago, you own a farm.
That's crazy.
Imagine it's 200 years ago, you own a farm.
Yeah.
Now, people can go around your farm, but you're nice enough to let people go through.
Yeah.
But one guy sells apples, he wants to come through. You don't want him to come through because you sell apples.
Yeah.
It's called a public right-of-way through your private property. That's what they've created out here.
I did not know that.
So they kick you off for anything. They don't like him dancing, they kick him off.
So definitely in here you can't record if they want you to.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm just on, they're being nice to me right now.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they're being nice. That's a bit suck.
Well, they also know that the channel's not small. They know who I am.
Oh, okay.
So if they do something, then they know my people are going to be really mad. Yeah, I live out here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I got Jason Aldean's place. The manager told me I could go in. Then the security guard literally physically removed me.
Yeah, I get that.
3 hours later, they had a 1-star review on Google reviews. It was dumb.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
and I never asked these people to do that, but they just did it.
They're learning. They're learning.
Yeah. All right. Have a good day, bro. There you go. Yeah. So, anyways, that's fun. You got to see the guy mugging on the camera. All right. I don't think we're going to look at the markets again because I think that we're running out of battery. But here's the Bellagio. Beautiful daylight. Yo, Steven, I met you in 2017 when you were selling timeshares. Nice to see you doing well on the channel. Thank you, Henry Hill. I loved your gangster name. If you guys don't know, Henry Hill is the guy who got out of the mafia, and then he wrote the book called Wise Guys, and then that Wise Guys got picked up by Hollywood, and it became Goodfellas. I think it's called Wise Guys. I read that book. It's a good book. Better than the movie, but Goodfellas is a great movie too. I might actually go home and try to stream Goodfellas tonight. I don't generally watch movies, but that one I could watch again. What is the danger? Yes, Roger, the high temperature. Yesterday, I had a bit of an emergency exit off my stream. My gimbal died. It wasn't the battery, because I connected it to the app for the gimbal, and it showed it was fine. And so the battery died, and it was just heat. And then my body decided, we're shutting down. And let's just say the bathroom at the MGM Grand doesn't like me very much. I just had a rancid bad stomach. I ran it through AI, and it was just too much electrolyte whoosh, and it was being rejected out of my tummy. That's too much TMI, but I don't care. Because I'm pretty much an open book. I don't care. I mean, I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I have a history of taking off my shirt. I put another movie reference or music reference into the thing. Lamont, did you get the music reference? I said, I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve, but I have a history of taking off my shirt. Did anybody get the reference? I don't think you did. I don't think you did. But happy America 250. Now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's good. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52. Oh, they did it right. You guys catch it? They did it right. It's a Bare Naked Lady song. Don't tell me you dropped that into Google. Of course you did. It's 1 week since you looked at me. Turned your head to the left and said I'm angry. So they did the flag justice, and I'm happy to see that. Good stuff. Best America's movie is Ocean 11's. I watched that on an overseas flight once. I'd seen it 3 times before. I'll watch it again anytime. It's a good movie. It's a heist movie. It's a movie from Vegas's heyday, early 2000s. All right, guys, I do have to motivate you to subscribe, share, like. This channel is definitely different. If you fit in and you're different, then that's good. You should be happy and proud that you're different. Join the different crew. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment, do all that stuff. Take a chance on yourself. Check out at least the page for 1K a day. See what it looks like. See if it's for you. The flower flag vacuum sealed would be pretty dope, wouldn't it? Yep, I wonder what they do with all that. I didn't want to touch it to see if they're real flowers or not, but they probably are. That's how they roll at the Bellagio. It's a nice property. It's the property to me. It's totally awesome, and you guys should check it out. Anyways, JNCO, I don't even know what that is. I have no sense of style. I visited the Beau Rivage in Biloxi. It's a sister casino. Yeah, the Beau Rivage. So I did a whole video on Steve Wind. He has a fascination with water. The Beau Rivage was what this place was supposed to be called originally. That was the plan for it. And it was supposed to be a casino that was completely surrounded by water. There's renderings online for what this place was supposed to look like beforehand. And you would have crossed a lagoon just to get here. And plans changed, and they ended up building the fountains of Bellagio up front. But the Beau Rivage was later used. The name Beau Rivage was sold off, and it was sold off to somebody who then went, I think it was board gaming or something. Anyways, it's been a wonderful day with you guys. I'm really impressed that I had over 400 people watching. Stay tuned to the channel. We're going to be doing our updates this week on regular 11 to 12 minute long type of videos. And look at this. Peter made $300 paper trading in 8 minutes. He's one of my students. We have people who in the chat, when they say they're paper trading, it means they're practice trading what they learned in 1K a day. I want you to go to a copy of 1K a day. It'll change your life. You learn a lot about yourself, a lot about the markets, a lot about how people are hitting base hits, how some people are becoming millionaires in the markets, starting with generating money that they can possibly generate that'll help them get out of the hole that they're in. There's a poem by Wayne Dyer. I'm going to leave you with this poem, okay? It's called My Life in 5 Chapters. I have it written down in my notes. I'm going to read you a poem before I leave, okay? It's called My Life in 5 Chapters. It's by Wayne Dyer. It's me, it's maybe you, it's maybe everybody else. Chapter 1. I walk down the street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I'm lost and I'm hopeless. It isn't my fault, though. It takes forever to find a way out. Chapter 2. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend that I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe that I'm in the same place. But it's not my fault. It still takes a long time to get out. Chapter 3. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it there, but I still fall in. It's a habit, but my eyes are open. I know where I am, and I know it's my fault. I get out of the hole immediately. Chapter 4. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. Chapter 5. I walk down another street. That's profound if you think about it. And I want you guys to rest on that and put your thoughts on that for some of you who don't have things necessarily straightened out for yourself. And you're wondering about why you keep walking down the same street over and over again. And if you're looking for a new street and a new path, check out 1K a day, click in the code, type in 712, get it for life, learn a skill that can take you places if you apply yourself. I believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Come back to the channel, we'll do more talks like this. You're the best part of my day. You gotta just keep swimming. That's what my mentor tells me, and that's what I'm telling you. And above all else, go hug somebody that you haven't hugged for a while. And remember, guys, that God's got this.